T-minus 50 seconds. T-minus 40 seconds. T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Shout out to Kopish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
All the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that guy. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
Evening, guys. I want to start with a story. So, back in August, obviously various channels do various different types of content, and you know, us as content creators, Liverpool fans, we were asked to go on different channels and speak about our club, and we were asked a question: where are Liverpool finishing this season? Are Liverpool going to have a successful season? And imagine if I told you, let's call one team A and one team B. Team A had just won the Champions League, got the best German manager apparently, best fullbacks, best centre backs to ever live apparently, best goalkeeper in the league, best central midfielders, best attack, and they had R9 up front. We were told they wear blue, by the way. And then you got the other team that was debilitated by injuries, the team that, you know, had the rubbish German manager, had Thiago, all he does is do thumbs up. You have Virgil van Dijk, who's finished because he can't stay injury free because he's only had one bad injury since he's been at Liverpool. Trent can't defend. Robbo's just Scottish. Fabinho just bald. Salah's finished. He's just a stat merchant. Mane's done, and Jota was just a one season wonder. Imagine I told you Team B beat Team A yesterday. What a story that would be. You say that's a Disney type story, wouldn't you?
Sounds
Dreams can come true. That's what Gabrielle said, isn't it? Do you know what I'm saying, Gabrielle, as well? Because her team was, the one I covered up. And what did Bobby do when he scored when we were en route to winning the Champions League? Covered up one eye. And then what happened yesterday? They brought on their penalty specialist goalkeeper to win them the game. But their penalty specialist goalkeeper specialized in picking balls out of the net and kicking the other one over the net. But Team B is in the mud and Team A is just phenomenal. And I'm hearing that Team A's manager is way above Team B's manager. But when I check the records, Team B's manager, head-to-head with Team A manager, has won 3 times as many games. Wow. This is incredible. And then do you know what often gets left out of stories? Context, because they beat us last season, but it's fine. Who should moan about players being injured? You know why? Because Chelsea lost their fullback, so why should they moan as well? But hey ho,
they did not bring that up.
Oh no, I'm just saying what stories have happened. But hey ho.
Oh. Anyhow, they talked about Chilwell being injured, why they didn't win yesterday. Oh my days. Anyhow.
We're gonna bring in some friends because tonight's a celebration. we thought the celebration ended last night, but I've been seeing tweets and pictures, and there's one number that keeps on sticking in my mind. What number does Van Dijk wear, Drifty? What number does he wear? How many trophies are we competing for, Drifty? I need to hear the word. I need to hear the word. 4. What's Jay-Z's most recent album called?
4.
I want it all. But we're not chasing 4 anymore because one's already been captured. So it's 3 now. United, we stand divided, they fall. We're conquering everything this season. celebration time. Saint Rams, welcome to the show. What are we saying?
Yo,
Come on.
What's going on, boys?
do you know what's happy, man? It's
there it
Chelsea
is.
as well. Man. It's Chelsea. We beat Chelsea, man. These guys needed a smoking.
Bring it back. Bring it back. We're gonna stifle you. We're gonna stifle you. No, you ain't.
Bro, they only talk about big 4-4 no safety. The only 4 they're gonna see is us. Oh, I smell it. Like the rock. Like the rock said, I can smell it. Smell what the rock is cooking, and we are cooking, fam. We are cooking. We are cooking.
God, no.
You know what I'm saying?
No. Hey, yo, no. Before I even start, Cal, your birthday.
No, it's not.
Hey.
No.
I swear you're August, baby.
Bro, the way the chat is going crazy. I missed this one, man.
I think it's daft. Yeah,
Oh,
let me get this out of the way,
Drifty.
guys. So,
Okay.
with all due respect, yeah. So Kadir knows. Daft Drifty, who's one of our followers, will randomly put that it's my birthday and everything. So I wish you a happy birthday.
I was baffled, bro.
It's definitely not my birthday. Kadir says, happy birthday, my brother Cal. Second birthday of the year. The real one, I hope. This isn't, unfortunately. I'm so happy. 1 down, 3 to go. We hungry. We are hungry. It's not my birthday, guys. I promise you it's not. I'm an August baby, as Ram said. But it's a celebration tonight. We are going to be getting wavy. I ain't even got apple juice. I got grape juice tonight. So you know I'm going in tonight.
Man, I got the apple juice for you, bro.
I didn't even know you drank grape juice, bro.
Hey, Drift. Special time school for special measures.
We're all drinking grapes
Cheers.
tonight then, bro.
Cheers. Come on.
We are celebrating tonight. Saint, let me come to you first.
What's good, my guy?
The moment you heard Kelleher was going to be playing in goal, how did you feel?
You know what? I didn't even mind it too much coming up until the game. And then I seen Mendy. I seen that they drew for Mendy. And then all of a sudden, I kind of, at that point, was like, we should just go for Alisson in it. You know, the ones there. But when I sat down and I thought about it, I wasn't like, I was just like, if I had a choice, probably would have gone Alisson, if I'm being honest.
Fair dues. Ram, same question to you.
You know what? I was a bit skeptical. Looking at Alisson's record in finals is nothing to look down upon. Alisson I think he's got 100% record in finals. So I was like, Alisson's the best goalkeeper in the world. He's got a really good record in finals. He actually, in my opinion, he was man of the match in the Champions League final. I wanted him to start, but if you look at the last performances in the Carabao Cup, Kelleher was pretty good. Was pretty good.
Man.
So I wasn't too worried, but I was like, let's see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Right. On the balance of the game, I think many people would say it was quite an even game. They had their chances, we had their chances. And I'll come back to you, Rams. I'll come back to you. But there was one decision that was made in the game which potentially you could say could have changed the game massively in their favor. And the reason I'm going to bring it up, because if it happened to us, I'd be screaming about it. And I think rightly so. I think we should have a little chat about it. Naby Keita, his challenge on Chalobah. Now, obviously, he didn't mean to do it. They were both going for a high ball, slightly mistimed it. But on looking back, seeing it, it was a high challenge. He almost lost his, cojones from it. Should Naby have been sent off, Drift?
No.
I knew it. Shameless. Shameless, bro. Drifty, man. We've won the trophy. Don't be so shameless.
No. I don't think. I think it's an orange. I've told you, lot. There is a space between a yellow and a red, which is what I truly believe they could actually invent, where you just get a 10-minute sin bin.
Yo, Drifty, I love you, bro. I love you so
Look,
much.
if two people are running like this, if two people are running like this and they both go like that to get the ball and the ball is in the middle and literally they both just collide into each other and one person gets hurt more than the other, it looks unfortunate and it does look a bit, but Naby could have quite easily been the one who got hurt because they both went in with their feet up same. It was a 50-50 challenge. If Chalobah had just ran normal and Naby had gone in the way he did, then I would have held my hands up and gone, right, that's a red card. But the fact that they both went up high foot for the ball and one just came off worse, that's just life, bro. Like real talk, that's just how it goes. And a ref that was actually trying his hardest to help Chelsea would have took any excuse to give Naby a red card, meaning even he knew it was a 50-50 tackle because we know what that ref was on yesterday. He was trying his hardest. We were watching flipping Goldberg spears getting done. We were watching deliberate trips on counterattack. We were watching all kind of shit he was letting go. So the fact that he only gave Naby a yellow shows that it was a yellow. Simple as the simple does, bro.
Drift. In fact, no. Saint, I'm going to ask you this question because Drifty is as shameless as it gets at the moment. If that challenge had happened the other way around and Shalabar had done that to Keita, would you have been screaming for a red?
Yeah, I would have been. But
I said it quiet on his voice, you know. I would have still.
Man's lost my voice a little bit, so I was hoping that one never even squeezed out still. But
I was going to show the people why, but I realized that you can see the telly in the video, so I can't do it.
Swear down.
Yeah, bro.
You know what?
If you couldn't see the TV, I'd be able to show it.
I've got. You know what? I've got. You see the one that I showed you? Yeah, that's someone filming it. I've got my one where I'm filming it. That one's crazy. I'll send you that one. I'll send you that now.
You can actually tell that is a lot of henny and shouting on man's voice.
Bro, I'm telling you, I've done the full Bobby Schmurder, hat went missing, full Flacco, head exposed, you know, like that. We'll get into that. But yeah, I would have been because obviously, come on, like it's a cup final and we're all fans, and do you know what I mean? And we're all with, like I would. But I'm gonna be honest with you, yeah. It's more the manner of how he said no so convincingly that I have a problem with. But if I'm being honest with you, I don't have much wrong with what Drifty said. I kind of agree, if I'm being honest with you. Most of what I thought he did cover. It's more it was not a red at all. Is more, I'm like, come on, Drift. Like, you know, them ones there, like, even for the damage that it caused, and I'm not a fan of that, like, because of the damage Saturn caused, then it should retrospectively be a card. But because of that, I could have maybe even seen him get a yellow in that. Is what I'm saying? But what Drifty said is right. They both went for the ball. I don't actually think Chalobah got the ball. I think they both missed. So it's one of them ones where they both missed the ball. His leg has to land somewhere. And do you know what I mean? It is
unfortunately, it was in his seed, didn't it? It's what it is.
Yeah, bro. Like it is what it was. But that's how I honestly feel. But if it was the other way, are you done? Get him off.
Do you want a bit of context, Saint, as well? Because remember, the rules state a 2-footed challenge isn't a red card anymore. Harry Kane got a yellow, right? And everybody said it was okay. They said it was the right decision. Pundits, other referee, everybody said that was okay, right? Remember when Harry Kane 2-footed Hendo? Do you remember when Hendo also nearly got murdered at was it Everton? Who was the West Ham? Remember when Hendo nearly got murdered at Everton at West Ham as well? So apparently those challenges are yellows now. So just to put a little bit more context in there, where's the red card for Naby? Where?
Gary Neville said it wasn't a red card.
Which one, Naby's or Harry Kane?
Naby's.
Well, there you go. Consistency at least. Finally, we've got a bit of consistency, innit? Finally.
Where do you stand on it, Cal? Because do you know what I mean?
It's a red all day.
We've got away
with one. But we've got away with one. But I'm not being real with you. If Chelsea had won the penalty shootout yesterday and Kante had done that, I'm on there right now saying wild stuff.
Cal, you're just talking about where his foot landed because my man's leg was as high as Naby's. They both. Land. So you're merely on where it landed, but he didn't put no sauce in it. You know, like man's just landed. You know, like when you just then you're like, yo. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you, but 9 out of 10 fouls aren't committed on purpose either. They're usually late. Fouls are foul, and when you look at how he's hit him, where he's hit him, his foot is by his
they both put their left leg in, and Shalabar wasn't quick enough to put his left ball out. That's how it rolls, bro. We move.
What do you want him to do?
I'll be
honest. Like Naby should have been sent off. Like we got lucky with that one. But at the same time, what I'll say to caveat the Chelsea fans who were saying that's the reason they lost.
Fuck off. Is that actually what they're trying to do?
No, they had a lot of times where the referee let a lot of things go. A la Kante, who pulled back Diaz and wasn't given a yellow card, which in the letter of the law is a yellow card, and then was later carded later in the game for persistent fouling. That is where I have an issue.
Especially Kovacic did 2 cynical fouls when we were on a break.
Right.
2 yellows.
And Kante also scored scored Robertson as well, which was a yellow card as well.
As Pilaqueta when he took out Diaz as well. Cynical foul, let it go. So again, I get where Chelsea fans are going to be annoyed, but let's not again act like that referee yesterday was just there for Liverpool to win the cup, because that wasn't the case. So, and again, Kebron, you're saying it's not a game-changing decision, though. It is, because if N'Golo Kante gets a yellow card in the first 20 minutes of a game, he has to change his game. If he doesn't get one, then he can pull off a cynical foul as the game gets later and potentially stop something from happening. Every single decision a referee makes is a game-changing decision. Because if you get a yellow card in the first 3 minutes and you're a DM, you then cannot take a man down in the 80th minute without knowing you're going to get sent off. And if that person runs through and scores, that yellow card early in the game was a game-changing decision.
And just to add on that, Cal, like there was a moment, I think it was the Mo Salah one-on-one where Mendy kicked it to our player. I think Kovacic was already booked and he could not foul Fabinho, otherwise he gets sent off. That led us to getting a goal, scoring opportunity. Stuff like that was happening around the game.
And I'd just like to add as well that we had a goal disallowed that shouldn't have been disallowed. So therefore, the real injustice is on our end, whichever way you look at it. So,
boy, we're gonna keep.
Van Dijk himself came out after the interview and he said, "We've been told that getting in the view of the referee, getting in the view of the goalkeeper, or touching the ball are rules for offside." He said, "I didn't touch him. He ran into me, and not only that, we've never been told in the rules that a little bit of a hustle and a bustle's got anything to do with what actually happens if you don't touch the ball. So I have no idea why the referee's looking at me when I was nowhere near the ball." So if the players are even told these rules and then they want to change it during the final and go, "Oh, yeah, impeded." That's bullshit, man. Look, let them be as salty as they want. Let them be as salty as they want. Fuck Chelsea.
Big up, Big Six, Bands, Mods in the building.
Sorry, I've got to cut straight, bro.
No, go to, bro. The floor is yours.
Proceed. No, please, proceed, please.
We got man like Tariq Lamptey, aka Tariq from Power. We got my brother Mont from Big Six Bands.
This is a Big Six now.
Listen, I can't wait. Hold on. Wait, I just got to
Hey, shout out Kepler, man.
Shout out Kepler.
all the way in Birmingham.
Ranting. You that ball better than you caught any of them penalties, Ruben. No. Hey.
I thought I saw something coming in the distance. I was like,
Ranting.
I'm sorry. I've been waiting to do that one. But listen, housekeeping, man. Thank you for having me on. Obviously, I'm in the Liverpool training kit today because, you know, it's training. We get these trophies. It's just training. It's normal. Do you know what I'm saying? It's normal now. It's becoming a habit. So they don't deserve I can't be bringing out the kit at this point. But seriously, thank you for having me on. As I said, big up, like and subscribe to the video. As I said, go subscribe to Saint's channel as well. Subscribe to Big Six.
Yeah, man.
You're here.
Come on.
Thanks for having me on, man. I'm here to be shameless. I'm here to talk Liverpool.
Come on. No need to be shameless, bro. We're not shameless, bro. We're doing a thing, bro.
I'm all for it.
I tried to be humble yesterday, and Cal told me,
"Why?
Fun Chelsea." So I said,
Fund them.
I get the assignment. I get it. And now you want dark juicy. You get it, innit? Is what it is, man.
Cal. Just to pull up on your point on the Chelsea thing. Chelsea fans think they should have won the game. Just leave it like that. I'll leave it like that.
No, they can think that, but what they think and what actually happened are two different things.
Two different things, bro.
I reckon I should have gone with Beyonce when I was 20.
I'm seeing Chelsea fans now twerking for City. Saying I hope City win the league. I hope You see what we do to people?
Because you can't win it, like that. You just
nothing more shameless. Nothing more shameless than trying to sit on man's lap and act like you're his girl.
Pete. Someone should tell Mount that you can't control the ball and hit the ball at the same time, brother. You need to do one with the other. You know them ones there, like can't do.
He's not Salah. He's not Salah.
Can we actually just talk about the goalkeeper situation just for a second? Because they actually thought they were bad. They actually thought that they were bringing on the goalkeeper because he was going to be the reason why they won. And all he did is pick ball out of net. And they actually forgot that he's not capable of actually scoring one himself. And it could possibly go that far. Mad thing. And to be fair, I'm actually looking at Mendy and I'm thinking, I don't know if he would have took one any better. But he might have saved one, innit? He might have saved one.
I think he was on Konate's one. I think he would have saved Konate's one, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, if he'd gone the right way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So...
But that's what I was coming to next. Kelleher. Now, we've all complained about not having a deep enough squad. And rightly so. I will never go back on the complaints I had regarding that. But I've also complained on Klopp not utilising his squad. For the first time, we're starting to see Klopp utilise his squad. And the biggest sign of that was starting Kelleher in a major cup final when you've got, in my opinion, the world's best goalkeeper sitting there. Now, we've seen Pep do it. We've seen other managers do it. We never thought we'd see Klopp do it, and he did. And the narrative was there to be written. Kelleher made one mistake in that game. Klopp would have been hung out to dry, especially if it led to us losing. But it didn't. And Kelleher pulled off some great saves during the game. So, Rams, I'm going to come to you first. Do you think this will change Klopp's philosophy and how he goes forward in terms of making it so there are more squad players being involved in major games? Or do you think he kind of will still revert back to time? Or was Kelleher the kind of piece that has broken the door down now?
You know what I think? I think a lot of these fringe players have started to prove a point to Klopp. I think a lot of the players like your Origis, your Kellehers, you can even put Minamino in there at the same time. They've proved a point to Klopp saying, we've started to perform in the games that you're giving us opportunities for. Please repay that favor. And it's something that Klopp can do because obviously Sadio and Mo has been playing in AFCON for, God knows, he played 120 minutes. Mo has played 120 minutes 4 times. So I think Klopp has no choice in resting some of these players because we don't want to run them into the ground and we don't want to upset the apple cart as well. We want to give other players the opportunity, especially those that have performed when they are given that opportunity. So I think from now on, we're going to see a little bit of a rotated team, especially in games where we've seen it out. Like if we scored another goal against Inter Milan at the San Siro, I think we would have played a much weakened team. But I think Klopp for that game is just going to play a couple of strong players, a couple of fringe players, and probably see out the game, in my opinion. But yeah, I think in the foreseeable future, I think we are going to bring in a couple of fringe players if their opportunity arises, in my opinion.
Fair dues. Drift, I'll come to you next with the same question because we've been very vocal on here on Kopish regarding squad depth and Klopp having his favourites and FSG not providing enough funds and all that. Oh, got a new celebratory member.
Come on.
I like Stro in the building. Come on.
Good.
Yeah, Drift. So where do you stand on this whole squad situation, and do you think Klopp's going to start changing the way he approaches the seasons and games now?
I mean, well, first off, this isn't me being bad mind to anyone who has a go at me, but at the same time, maybe you'll slightly understand where I'm coming from now, where you always tell me I've got sentiment or I'm being too emotional. Our own manager is emotional. So understand I'm doing what the great one does. And in his interview after the game, he said, I might be a professional manager, but I'm a human being first. And I promised this kid that he would be allowed to be the goalkeeper for the final. Why would I get to the final and then be bad mind? Why would I do that? So I'm a human first. I see the hunger in his eyes and he deserves to play. Not only that, every goalkeeper that's ever been a part of a title-winning team has their memorial on wall at the training ground, he said. And the only person in our team that doesn't have it is Kelleher. Even Adrian, because we won the Super Cup. So Kelleher's the only one who doesn't have it. He does now, rude boy. Why should he walk around without his memorial on there? But we're all part of this. So another little bit of history added there. So I just wanted to touch on that because a lot of people say you shouldn't have emotion in football. I find that strange. Football is all about emotion. I know you got to have common sense and I know you got to sometimes make the right decision, but football is all about emotion. You want to go and watch Saints celebrating. If it ain't about emotion, what the fuck is it? Nah, it's real, bro. I would never hug a stranger if it weren't for football. Never, bruv.
I'd hope not, Drift. Or else
It's all emotion. Do you get what I'm saying, bro? No, but so I just want to say that. Now on the squad thing, I think the issue has always just been the injury record of our squad players. I know a lot of people looked at me sideways when I said we got the best squad in the league. If it was a computer game, you could switch off the injuries. But unfortunately, you can't switch off the injuries. Thankfully, this season, though, it hasn't been as bad as it has been. But I've always said, if you look at our bench and you look at players like Naby, Jones, Tsimikas, Firmino, Origi, these players, if they're fully fit, are better than the majority of other players' plays. They're just hardly ever fit, and that has always been the issue. And now we do have a squad that's capable, and the injuries seem to be a bit better this season. I think Klopp's slowly learning how to. He's never known how to because he's never been in a club where he's been able to. At Dortmund, he barely had a squad he could rotate. Always got his best players' teeth. They were working on a mad budget. And the beginning of his Liverpool, 5 years, 6 years? The FSG didn't give him players. They didn't allow him to be able to have a big enough squad to rotate. And we had a lot of fringe players that were always injured all the time. Tyler Morton has played 7 games this season. That's madness to think that I know he wasn't even meant to be anywhere near the starting lineup. He's played 7 times. He's played at the San Siro. What the fuck? So that just shows you how bad we get injuries. But thankfully, at this current time, when everybody's fit, name me a better bench. We won yesterday's game without Thiago, the best midfielder in the world, by the way, I'd just like to add, who unfortunately did break down in the warm-up. But, come on. If once Klopp gets used to this squad, you know what I mean? I actually think that he will learn how to do not being too reliant on a favoritism thing, learning to trust other people and getting used to it. And then I think we'll see it. I think we'll see a beautiful rotation as long as FSG continue to give him players like Diaz and Jota that mean he can trust the people he is rotating his favourites with. Simple.
Stra, I'm going to come to you next because you've just come in. Now, Kelleher starting the game was a big shout for then and there. But future of Liverpool-wise, especially under Klopp, it's, in my opinion, sets off an even bigger narrative. You've got players coming through, Balagizi, Kai Gordon, Musialowski, all these young players who are looking at the first team thinking, well, how the hell am I going to get game time? We've seen players like Ryan Brewster move on. We've seen players like Jerome Sinclair even before him move on, thinking, Rob, I might as well go and get first team football somewhere else. Not wishing anything bad on those boys, but it hasn't worked out for them. Simple. It hasn't worked out for them. But at the same time, you can feel sympathy for them because they look at players like Salah, they look at players like Mane, they look at players like Fabinho, like Virgil van Dijk and think, I'm either going to be good enough to be at that level. However, him putting in someone like Kelleher yesterday, do you think it says to younger players, stay here, we could develop something special?
Yeah, 100%. There was a big reaction to the Kelleher thing, and I seen the interview, but I also seen what Alisson said, because Alisson said, look, prepare yourself for, touching on what Drift said, prepare yourself for the moral at the training ground, because Kelleher's the only one that's not on there, but by the end of the game, his face will be on there. And I think that it was a joint decision. I think Alisson agreed with it as well, which is what I like to see. But what the message that sends out is, I grew up in Manchester in the 90s and the 2000s. You looked at Manchester United, and the reason I'm touching on this is what I'm going to come on to in a second, but every single youth team played the exact same way that the first team played. So when they did eventually make that step up, it wasn't a big gap to them. They were playing a similar kind of system, similar kind of role, similar kind of attacking plays, attacking patterns, defensive overloads and stuff like that. Klopp started to do a similar thing with Liverpool. So you watch the youth team and you've seen it when, for example, Nico Williams first played against Everton a couple of years ago in the FA Cup. A lot of people, if you weren't watching for, it was Trent by the way that he was moving and stuff like that, the crosses he was putting in. That's the similar kind of thing that Klopp tried to implement with Liverpool, which is what I like to see. But the message that sends out is so significant for these young players because they're looking at a big cup final. Liverpool's first domestic trophy to win in 10 years. They're looking at it thinking he's put his faith in Kelleher over Alisson and he's backed Kelleher in this big occasion. Imagine if I'm in that situation, he would potentially back me in that situation. And you look at the K. Gordon to this world, you look at the younger players that are coming in, the Conor Bradleys, the Tyler Morris, like we said, who's played 7 or 8 times this season, is not just that though, is you go back to the San Siro game as well. Him playing in the San Siro was a big statement as well. Harvey Elliott coming on off the bench in the Carabao Cup final, and he wasn't even in the squad before Thiago got injured. The fact that he then came on over an Oxlade-Chamberlain sends another big message to the youth players that, look, get your head down, put a graft in, and I will put my faith in you. And that's what I like to see.
Indeed,
100%.
agreed. While we're still waxing lyrical about Kelleher, I'm just going to go around to everyone and ask a question. But before I do, guys, you know what I'm going to say. How many of you guys are in the chat? Over 700. Can we all smash the like, please, people?
Come on.
Also, you know what else I'm going to say? We've got some panelists that have decided to join us, taking time out of their day, out of their schedule, to bless us with their presence. So please go over, subscribe to their channels, and support them in the same way, please, people. It's the least we can do here, right? So, my question to all of you. My question to all of you. I'm going to go around the circle. Drift, I'll start with you, Saint, Stro, Mons, and then Rams. Kelleher's best save yesterday in the cup final. What was it?
The one against Lukaku, when we thought that Trent had shepherded Alonso out, but somehow we managed to keep it in. Because even I switched off. I thought, it's gone out. Yeah. Everybody switched off apart from Kelleher, and that was a brilliant reaction save. The first save of the whole game could be put up there, but it was straight at him, the Pulisic one. But that set the tone for "Thou shalt not pass," innit? But because it was straight at him, it wasn't as good of a save as the reaction from that Lukaku, and that was a brilliant save.
What are you saying, Saint?
That part, what he said.
For anyone who doesn't know why Saint has lost his voice, I got a little bit of context for you. There you go.
I love it.
Team has been kissing the heads, man. I love it now.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. If I saw Saint running towards me, I'm moving out of the way. Saint is 6'5" and built like a machine. You think I'm standing there catching Saint?
I had a random man pick me up, bro. I said, "Yo, you're gonna feel that in the morning, big man." Trust me.
You know when the man gets you in a headlock and during the celebration it feels alright, and then after you're like, rotted. No. No, squeezing up my neck, boy. Fuck
Hey, the way I flung Conroy up like he was my child.
Nah, you gotta love it, bro. That's what I'm saying. Tell me football ain't emotion. Watch that clip right there and tell me football ain't emotion. Come on, man. Football is all emotion, man. That's what it is. I wasn't nearly thrown up during that penalty shootout because I was emotionless. I tell you that much for a fact, bro. So it is what it is, man.
Stroke, what was your best Kelleher save?
The Lukaku one. Because of what time it was at as well. Because if they score that, we don't get back into that game and we lose the final. It's such an important save, and for the quick reactions as well. Stunning save.
Mont, what are you saying, bro?
I'm gonna be a weirdo. I'm gonna be outside the box. The save that didn't actually count when Werner chips it over to Havertz and he heads it towards goal, and he clawed it off the line, but it still went in. But when I saw the elasticity for him to even I said, I always knew Kelleher was good in it. He was good, but I've never gone as far as to say he's great. Do you know what I mean? And that's just me being honest. But even though the ball still went in, and he clawed it off the line, and even the commentator said, "How did he?" I was like, "No, he's hard. No, he's fucking hard." The ball still went in, but I just had to acknowledge. I had to acknowledge the elasticity. I'm sorry, but go watch it back. That header from Havertz, why he even gets a hand to that? Why do you get a hand to that? I'm sorry, the Lukaku one probably takes the cake, but why did he had no right to get a hand to that? I'm sorry, but yeah, that's me in it.
You know, but the party keeps on growing, Cal.
Hold on. I know. In a minute.
Oh, okay.
We know. Rams, what are you saying, bro?
I have to say that the Lukaku one, man. I think because of the timing of it, I think it was on the 119th minute, if I'm not mistaken.
Late on, very late.
Exactly. Like, imagine going for 120 minutes, and you have to step up for that last minute. That tops it off. Like the reactions, and plus the finish from Lukaku is actually quite innovative for a change. Like Lukaku don't really do that. He's not that kind of player. But the way he just does that little back heel towards that back heel finish, and he somehow reacts to it and gets it away from danger. To be fair, like no one else was going to get onto it. So I have to go for the Lukaku one, man, for sure. Man.
Kodak who? Oh,
Yo, that's been killing me. I'm not even gonna lie.
Did they say Lukaku's Kodak Black?
No, they said months is Kodak Black. That's all I can see now. I'm dead. I am dead, bro. This chat is undefeated, bro. That's all I can see now. I can't. No.
Hey, do you want to know what? Before we move on, just quickly on Lukaku. If you lot saw the humility he had afterwards and how much love Hendo, Klopp, Origi, a lot of the players were giving him, he's just at the wrong club, innit? Like, I actually think that he is the type of player that if he's at the right club with the right people around him, he's actually a G, you know. He's at the wrong club with the wrong people around him under the wrong manager. Because if Klopp embraces you, drags you in and makes sure you get an extra hug, and Hendo and Milner and all these men are proper, like, giving you extra time. And I even saw Lukaku showing love to the kids as well. And the thing, I'm like, you know what? He's just at the wrong club around the wrong people, ain't he?
Chelsea fans aren't like Inter fans, bro. They're not that passionate about him. You know what I'm saying? They don't love him.
No, it's real, bro. I think Lukaku's a stand-up guy after watching all of our top boys have that love and level with him. Real
I don't know about stand-up guy, bro. Because after you slap your pen in and you want to try and tell man to shush and that.
Yeah. But you know what? He got cocky. He got humbled, though, innit? He got humbled.
We are going to speak about stand-up moments, because what Hendo and Milner did it in the celebration, in the ceremony, we need to have a conversation about that. But before we have a conversation about the next topic, one of the people coming in is our brother Matt. You see him all the time with us. Another one, his nickname is the Godfather. He was at the game yesterday, and he celebrated, and he's coming to join us to celebrate now. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna bring in the two legends, man like Matt. And Mr. Grizz Khan, come on.
Let's go, man.
Warm to them. Right, Chelsea, warm to them. Warm to them.
Slew them. Grizz, how you doing, my bro?
I'm doing all right, man. I'm doing all right. It's good to see the parties popping, you know.
Yeah.
You know, everybody likes to walk into a packed nightclub, you know.
You know. Bottles are already on the table, bro. Bottles are already on the table.
Yeah, come this way, sir. This is the VIP or the VIP.
The winners table.
Look at the Hall of Fame, man. Appreciate you all, man. Wicked.
No, appreciate you.
Trust me.
All right, guys. I'm going to ask you a question. Show of hands here and be honest. It's happened now. We've already got our hands on the trophy. When it went to penalties, who thought we'd win? Be honest. Hands up. You lot are a bunch of liars, man. I saw some hands there, you know.
You know what?
Yeah, you know me already.
You know what? I was with Conroy in it, so you can ask Conroy. I've got a guy that will back me. I said to because Conroy said to me, "Oh, Kep is coming in." I said, "Brother, he's got to lose one final." I was actually the words I said to him. Grizz, go ask your boy in it.
No, he told me. He said it because I couldn't make it back for our show, and he done the show, and him and Big K done a brilliant show.
Held it down.
Shout them too. But they were saying he was saying we were saying in the pub or something, and he goes, we went vicious, man, when we won. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, there was violence and shit.
Wow.
You know what I mean? There was violence, and you know what I mean? When you're beating Chelsea, it has to be violence, man. There's no other way.
Come on,
nothing but
pure violence, man. Them people are.
Well, Grizz, we were just reflecting their behaviour during the 120 minutes, right? Because that's all they were doing during the game, is just being violent, right? So,
but forget everything else. Look at the penalty shootout. Look at the behavior of the keeper.
yeah.
What's he doing?
All of that as well.
Thank you.
It's
And the
true, you
players.
know.
No, but I don't understand what he's trying to do. What is he trying to do? Like every penalty, and the ref's a bigger knob. What's the referee talking to him every penalty?
Yeah.
What's he saying? The same advice. Go back on your line. Are you a dickhead? You're telling a keeper to go back on your line 11 times. Either book him or let him move on. Let him do what he's doing.
That's
what are you wasting your time? What are you wasting Yeah.
You know what? In that penalty shootout, shout out my guy Big Burge with the cojones, bro. Man slapped it.
How about
Man
this?
looked it.
Hey, Said, any money, someone said, I aim for his head. He still wants
Bro, take it off. Take it off.
Aim for his head.
You know, we're talking about penalties. Imagine Kelleher. Kelleher slaps one in the top corner, just looks up at the sky and gets back in goal. Man didn't even brush his shoulder off or nothing, you know.
But Drift didn't walk past Kepa. He walked past Kepa with the swag and arrogance, like, I just slapped one. I dare you to do it to me. Because you ain't doing it to me. So like,
yeah, it's real because Kepa looked like he tried to go top corner for real, innit?
Top corner of Jupiter. And the top corner of Jupiter, Ari boy. What's going on, bro?
I told you, man caught the ball. It landed in Birmingham. I told you. It landed in Birmingham.
Yeah, pure scumbaggery behavior from every one of them boy there, man. Trust me.
Now, Grizz, I'm gonna ask you the question first because you're the latest panelist to join. I'm shameless with it, and these Matt and Drift will tell you for months I've been saying I want all 4 trophies, and every show Matt and Drift are like, "Cow, just be realistic, be normal minded." I'm like, "Nah, I'm done compromising as a Liverpool fan." And I did that in the 90s, I did that in the 2000s, I did that in the 2010s. You see, 2020s, I ain't doing it. I'm not compromising. I want everything. Yeah, are we winning the quad?
Lord.
I'm
gonna be. No, I've said it before, and I'll stick to it. I think the league is still City are favourites. But the other two teams, the other two competitions, the way you got to look at it is name me one team that don't want to face us. That's how you know how we're feared. Name me one team that wants to face us. Sorry, like none of them want to face us, and that makes us as favourites as can be for the other two. FA Cup. My only worry about the FA Cup is we're going to put out a scratch squad tomorrow. No, Wednesday. Yeah, we know we're going to rest all players. Norwich might think it might signal an intent from Norwich thinking, you know what, they're going to play their B team, literally like B team with a couple of kids even. We might have a chance here. But if we get through Norwich, quarterfinals, bring anyone on. Champions League, we already know, heritage. European heritage.
Is it
heritage? Us, bro.
Heritage.
Yeah, man.
Heritage.
European heritage right there. So, Champions League is not a problem for us. Over 2 legs, we're beating you up, whether you like it or whether you don't. You know what I mean? You ain't got a choice. You ain't got a choice in the matter. Champions League, we're putting the shitters on you, home and away. Yeah, because away, when we're going to your ground, you're going to look at our strike force. What did Tactical Tommy say yesterday? He said this is the most feared strike force he's ever come up against. Danger from every angle now. The combination, because hopefully Jota will be back, or is back. Obviously, hopefully Bobby will be back. All our strike force, he's got a selection headache when it comes to picking up attack. You know what I mean? When you got people like, hopefully, when you got people like sort of, let's just for an argument say Bobby and Mane coming off the bench. Just say we pick, Jota. Look at that. Tell me how you're gonna handle that. That's some serious heat, man. That's some serious heat you have to handle. So
that's deep heat right there.
Yeah, man. That's an angry Mane as well. If he comes,
angry Mane, and Mane was angry yesterday, man. When
he was,
and we all love an angry Mane. We all love an angry Mane. But the league is gonna. If we win the league, man, I don't know what we're gonna do. What we're gonna do, people? If we win the league, there's mad celebrations.
Listen, you man,
the greatest ever
parade. That's what we're gonna do.
The greatest ever Premier League comeback. Greatest ever.
No.
Yeah, it would.
Serious.
It would be.
But the Champions League and the FA Cup is all about just if we turn up, yeah, man, I'll make us favourites for both competitions. So what else can people say? I mean, we're favourites for both competitions, in my opinion.
Let me ask you a question. If we win the FA Cup, having a domestic cup double, do we parade that?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Do we parade that? Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
What, on top of the League Cup?
When's the last time we done a
Yeah. I'm saying because obviously we can't parade the League Cup, but I'm saying if we get the FA in the League Cup and that was all we got, would we still parade that? Yeah.
Yeah.
We're owed as well because remember we never had a parade for our league win.
I hear that. But I mean, I don't want to be like an Arsenal fan and celebrate something that far back, though. Do you get what I'm saying? So
we've done our learning.
Yeah.
So, out of CO or PL, then.
Oh no! If we had one of those, bro, it's not going to be a parade. It's going to be an actual invasion. Like,
imagine the link up. Can you imagine?
That's ridiculous, bro. That is ridiculous. See 3
buses. I want to see a bus for the players for the first team, a bus for the youth team, and a bus just for trophies. That's what I want to see. I want to see 3 trophies on the day. Because one bus ain't holding 4. I need to see 3 buses. But you know, a lot of football to play between now and then. Mons, I'm going to come to you with the next question. In January, we all went into it, and maybe 1 or 2% of Liverpool fans thought we'd do business in January.
Right.
Tottenham and Levy thought they'd try and get Diaz. John Henry got the cigar in his mouth, lit it and said, make the phone call, and got in Diaz. How brilliant has this Colombian sensation been since he's been at the club? Look at my owner, jeez!
I don't know what you heard about me.
You're so shameless.
I said, look at my only.
I told you, my surname for this week is Callum Shameless. Look at you. Different.
Oh, this guy, bro.
Hey, as things stand right now, I'm FSG in. I've said it.
This guy is. How do you part with this guy? How do you part with this guy? Man,
no shameless cow.
Man said
Man has no shame.
I've already ordered my fake cigars and my John Henry mask. It's just a matter of time if I wear it on.
Origi should use John Henry's hand to slap you, bro.
As I said, I'm FSG in as things stand right now, so it is what it is. Man. Luis Diaz, how great has he been, and how great was he yesterday?
You mean La Sauce, man? Like, first of all, what man management by Jurgen Klopp? I mean, sorry, Jurgen Klopp. Sorry, man. Sorry, I slipped up. Sorry. But
if we do it, that's getting a motherfucking hashtag. I swear down. But yeah, go on, bro.
I'm claiming that though, Jurgen Klopp. I'm claiming that. But honestly, if you asked me, like, did I think his impact would be, immediate? I would have been like, ease him in, because so many players have come in and Klopp's done the amazing job of just easing them in. He hasn't just dashed them in and it's just been instant sensation. One that comes to my mind is Fab. Fab didn't, it took Fab a while, but this guy here, no look passes in a final. Chat to me, G. Chat to me. You see Chalobah? You see when Chalobah blinks? You see what we see on the screen? No, put it back up. You see when Chalobah blinks? That's what he sees. Yeah, that's what he sees. You see what Aspilicueta blinks? That's what he sees. You know what I'm saying? Yeah?
Got stripped by this.
Yeah?
Man said Diaz did a stop and search in the middle of the pitch, bro.
Yeah?
Strip.
Debo, give me that.
And I'm hearing, hey, Chalobah was cold. Listen, Chelsea fans, how y'all spend 100 million and get worse? Leave me alone. Yeah? Leave me alone. Anywho, let me get back to talking about the Colombian darling. Listen, yeah. Donny, you don't know whether he's going right. You don't know whether he's going left. And the worst thing is, Donny don't even speak a word of English. Do you know what that reminds me of? Remember when Coutinho come and he had the Jerry Coles? Jerry Coles Coutinho?
Yeah.
Jerry Coles Coutinho.
And he was just chipping Newcastle and saucing up the place.
Listen. this man is special. And I'm going to be honest with you, man. Right now, if you're asking me, who do I start from the left? I think Diaz has got it right now. From what I'm seeing, he can't be benched, bro. You can't bench him. You just can't bench a man that's dropping his shoulder like he's dancing. You can't do it. You can't do it.
That's your uncle pain.
He's not droppable right now. So unless I see,
I agree with him.
Like, Drifty, it's for the best. It's for the best, bro. It's for the
No,
best.
I agree with him, but I agree with him, but Sadio ain't on the bench though.
No. So. Unless I see Angry Mane playing left wing, I don't want to see anyone else playing left wing right now. One thing I will say is that the second this man adds goals to his game, I fear for you all. Not you, man. I love y'all. But I fear for you all. I fear him. Oh my days. Someone take the mic, fam. I can't.
Drifty looks like he is going to, you know, when a man just the knuckles are white. Man looks like he's gonna. But hear what I'm saying, yeah.
Look. All I'm saying is go look at the scoreline for the games that Mane's been the number 9 or the false number 9, and then tell me that Mane shouldn't remain as false number 9. So I'm all for it. We play Diaz. I'm all for it.
Let me say something. All right, when it comes to Luis Diaz, yeah. If I'm being honest, I think it's very few people that would probably think he would have the impact that he's had already, and I think it's testament to him because, as we've all said, we've all probably said it, yeah, is that when someone comes in to Liverpool, they take that adaptation period, whether it's been Fabinho, Robbo, you know what I mean? It takes a couple of games here and there. This brother, for me right here, he didn't need that, and he's just taken it. He's taken, you know what I mean? He's taken that step without needing to understand what's actually going on. Klopp actually said it best. He was like, when it comes to Luis Diaz, he just understands our pattern of play already. Like, there wasn't a lot that we had to kind of tell him, because normally you need that kind of learning curve, especially from a defensive point of view. And this is no shade on Mane. I think with Luis Diaz, he's just giving everyone that kind of that lift that you need when you sign a new player. He's giving everyone that lift, bro, that we kind of have needed for a little while. And if anything, I think it's actually going to help Mane. And even if it means Mane plays in different positions, so to speak, yeah, because I think these two, it's not about who starts over who. It's more about let's see them play together. Because I'll tell you something else as well. We don't know how much longer we've got all these crop of players for. So let's just enjoy it. I don't think we should be doing the whole Mane, Diaz, and versus, you know what I mean, all that things there. We got to allow that. And I don't even think anyone's even saying that, because sometimes the people get carried away in it. They're seeing you signing and go, oh, well, Mane can just he can go now. It's like, bro, we still need my man right now. As things stand, if you want to get that quad, we need all hands on deck, and all of them have their own skill set and they're bringing something to the table. And fair play to Diaz, because if you ask me, he's been one of our most exciting signings that we've had in a while. And if I'm being honest with you, I thought it would take him a bit more time to adapt, but he seems like he doesn't need to, fam. He just sees the ball and he's like, in fact, you want to know something? You see, yesterday, one thing I liked about Diaz, it didn't matter if he was being double team, triple team. He wanted the ball all the time. That is how comfortable he is. You know, a certain man might be like, no, I don't really want it, like, or quickly pass it off. This brother just took the game by the scruff of the neck, and that's what I love the most, man. He is going to be a sensation. Like what Mont said, once he starts scoring goals, I'm not going to lie to you, man are going to start saying one of the best wingers in world football.
We knew he was going to settle in properly. I told you. Me and Klopp had discussions before we signed him after I gave him the recommendation, and we knew he was going to slip straight in. It was going to be seamless. It was going to be seamless. We already know.
So, Rams, I'm going to come to you the next question. Two players who didn't play as much of the game, and one of them actually didn't play, but were pivotal in us getting to the final, was Minamino and Origi. But out of all the squad players who've been used in this competition, I'm focusing just on the Carabao Cup. Who's been the one that has surprised you the most for the better?
You know what? I'll go with Origi, and I'll tell you why. Not because Drifty's here. It's because he's brought that form from the Carabao Cup to the Premier League as well. Like, I don't think you could say the same with Minamino, especially the clutch element as well. Like, Divock Origi scored a lot of important goals. He scored against Wolves. He made the assist for AC Milan for Salah. Like, he's brought it into other competition. And I feel like, I know Dimo's going to hate me, but...
Dimo's not happy, bro.
Origi, I think the only reason I'll give it to Origi is because Origi's done it in more important moments and and in different competitions where you can't really say that for Minamino. But Minamino, if you're talking about the Carabao Cup on its own, he's been clutch. But I'm talking
player of the tournament
overall. Yeah, player of the tournament, no doubt. But
Golden Boot winner. He was the Golden Boot winner.
Yeah, player of the tournament. That's why I had to put out the tweet yesterday. You've got to give love and respect to Taki, player of the tournament. If it wasn't for Taki, we wouldn't be here. So all love and respect to Taki. The man sat on the bench. I think a lot of people underestimate just how hard it is to be a bit part player and know you're a bit part player, but stay professional and ready to go. And when you're called upon, you make an impact. And it's the reason why, even though I'm shameless in my Origi agenda, go and name me any player who knows that he's 5th or 6th choice, is okay with being 5th or 6th choice, even though he's got the talent to be better. And when he comes in, make sure that 8 times out of 10, he actually performs, delivers, and has some of the biggest moments in Liverpool history, even though he's barely playing. Like, people really underestimate that. And it ain't like he's sitting there on some Aubameyang wage or some Gareth Bale wage, where he can just love life and just be cool with it. Origi's only on 55 grand a week. He could go and get more than that somewhere and play, but he's happy to be a part of his family. You see that type of mentality? You can't buy that. So everybody who's always shading Origi, tucked his penny away nicely as well yesterday, just my ad.
Drift, can I say it? Man management from Jurgen Quad. It's ledge that, bro. Like, that's what it is. That's the man management that I'm telling you. Certain managers have man like Lukaku playing dead. Like, you know what I'm saying? A big 30 goal a season striker.
And you know what? I'm good at lip reading, and I actually was lip reading the conversation between Origi and Lukaku after the game yesterday. And Origi actually said to Lukaku, I'm coming for your spot. And Lukaku actually said, big man, allow me.
Man said, allow me. Not even no. He said, allow me.
Yeah, bro.
Whoa. All right. No. So on Klopp then. Because before the game, there was a massive narrative from a lot of Chelsea fans who said Tuchel is better than Klopp. So, Stra, I'm going to come to you with this one, Stra.
So happy you came to me.
Has this argument now, because let's be honest, amongst Liverpool fans, there was never a debate. And I actually rate Tuchel very, very highly, but there's levels to this. I rated Manny Pacquiao very highly, but there was Floyd Mayweather. So there were always levels. There was always going to be someone better. Do you now think this argument has been settled, or do you think Chelsea fans are still going to, try and create this narrative that isn't even a narrative? Because both managers get on really well as well.
There was never, ever, 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 ever in a million years to debate. So Jurgen Klopp is like John Jones in the light heavyweight division.
Without the off.
Yeah, without all the stuff that's going on behind the scenes.
Outside of the cage.
Yeah. But I'm talking about his actual in-ring ability. Jurgen Klopp is John Jones-esque. Everyone else is levels below that. Tuchel never came near. Like, don't get me wrong, Tuchel's had some good moments, some good standout moments. But I looked at Tuchel when he took over Frank Lampard, and everyone's going on about the amazing job he did by winning them the Champions League. That man spent 300 million that summer.
Thank you.
300 million pound they spent that summer.
On generational
apparently they need to spend more, Stroke. Apparently they need to spend more. All I hear Chelsea fans and Man United fans talking about more money. It's actually embarrassing now.
But this is what I mean, like, and everyone compares like Tuchel won this and in less time than Jurgen Klopp. It's like, yeah, because look at the two squads that these men had to deal with. Like, Klopp took over, he had Lallana, he still had.
Hey, hold on, Stroll, hold it there. So this is why I'm going to come to everyone on this one now. Because if I'm not mistaken, the squad that Tuchel took over, these are some of the players. Mendy.
Can we say the price as well? You say the player, I'm going to say the price. Go on.
I'm going
to say it, bro. I'm going to say it. You say the player, I'm going to say the price.
No, the reason I'm personally not doing the price is because I just like to look at the quality of the players, innit? Because he didn't sign those players.
We don't even need to put price in it, Drift.
But if your mum got you £120 change for Christmas and then you put a hole in them within a month playing football at school, when you go and ask her for another pair, she's going to tell you about the price those trainers cost her at Christmas.
Okay,
so the price
matters, is different in that stratosphere.
Bro, I wouldn't be getting bro. These Chelsea men talking about they want to spend money. I will leave the money out of it. Go on.
But Mendy was in goal. They had Reece James, you had Rudiger, Christensen, Silva, Chilwell, Alonso, Kante,
Thiago
Thiago Silva,
Kovacic,
Jorginho, Havertz, Mount,
Werner.
Ziyech, Werner. Have I missed it? Pulisic.
Kepa,
everyone other than Lukaku.
Yeah. Shy Havertz. You say Shy Havertz?
Yeah.
What does Matisse call that most overrated winger in football again? What the dribbling god?
One-on-one demon.
One-on-one demon. Yeah, you forgot about the one-on-one demon, Cal.
There it is. So I'm gonna go around to everyone now. Just
the
anyone.
star boy who missed all those chances last night. You forgot him as well, Cal.
Yep. Can you guys remember
Pulisic, 60 million.
Who was our goalkeeper
Captain
when
America,
Klopp took over, guys?
Mignolet.
Is anyone here saying that Mignolet is better than Mendy?
Chelsea fans.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah. Chelsea fans have the best squad in the league, and then they get 2 injuries, and then they have the worst squad in the league.
All right, Mont. So we're getting there now.
Mignolet's better than Kepa, though.
We had yeah, I agree with that. But Kepa's not their starter.
Yeah, I know. 70 million. I just wanted to throw his name in there to remind you how much he cost, Cal. 70 million.
I know.
Yeah.
Right back, Reece James and Nathaniel Klein. It's a toss-up, depending on what you want, right?
No. Nathaniel Klein is...
Nathaniel Klein was a bad boy.
He's just as good, in my opinion, because one's great defensively, one's great attacking.
Back in the day, though.
You just said his name. Moreno or Chilwell, guys?
Moreno,
in fact, no, Bun Chilwell. Moreno or Alonso?
Get out! Come on.
Because I'm even saying Alonso's better than him.
Yeah.
Our centre backs were Skirtle, Lovren, Sacco, Clavan. Klopp signed Clavan. It was Toure, Skirtle, Lovren, and Sacco.
Oh, Toure was cheap. Oh my!
Any of them better than Silva? No.
Does anyone touch Silva?
No.
Yeah, that depends which Rudiger we're talking about.
Came back for Rudiger, back 5 Rudiger, 2 different Rudigers.
Man said it's 2 different commodities.
Big up, bro.
So straight away, he had a better goal. Yes, I say big up, bro.
You got to go, fam. All right, no, love, bro.
Love, man.
No, love, bro.
Yeah,
straight away, they got better goalkeeper, better defense. Midfield, Kante, Kovacic, Jorginho.
Stop.
We had Emre
Can. Look at that bench, Saul.
Man said Emre Can, Lucas, and them man there.
Yeah, so again, we're in agreement that their central midfield is stronger as well, right?
100%.
It's not even a debate.
Joe Allen as well.
On the wing, we had Coutinho one side. I think Lallana used to
on the other side.
Play on the other side. We had Origi through the middle. We had Bobby Firmino as well. Ings was injured.
We had Benteke.
Benteke as well.
Benteke.
Not even close.
Apart from Coutinho and Firmino.
Was Ojo on loan?
Yeah, Ojo was.
We had Jordan Ibe.
Was it Jordan?
No,
we had Ibe at that point.
We had Ibe as well.
Yeah.
Apart from Coutinho and Firmino, none of those, with all due respect, get into their front line.
No, but Cal, Mason Mount's meant to be the wonder kid, the better than Phil Foden, though.
I know
that's what I'm hearing.
I actually disagree with that, but in terms of reputation, no, none of them would get in there.
If Klopp took over that Chelsea team, in my opinion, Klopp would have done the same, if not better, than what Tuchel's done.
No,
in my humble opinion,
he does better.
He does better than that, bro.
Because
he got us to every final we were competing in the first season with that squad.
The only player that gets in their team is probably Sturridge.
Listen to what Drifty just said there. Drifty, finish what you just said. He got us to the finals in his first. He joined in October.
Yeah,
he joined that squad that Callum's just said, and we had to listen through.
We lost on pens. And we had to listen through that. We lost on pens. We didn't get battered. We lost on pens.
And listen to what Drifty said. That man took over in October. That squad that we all brothers love our club, but we had to listen to certain mans there. There are certain names there. We had to, and we couldn't slander them because they're red. So you never walk alone in that, right? But we had to listen to some of them names, right? And he got that squad of players to 2 finals in his first season.
Do you remember the centre back pairing he had to pay in the Carabao Cup final as well?
Yeah, Lucas Leiva and Sacco.
No. Sacco came off with concussion.
It was Lucas and
Cola, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Lucas and Cola.
Against that man.
That is mad.
You know, I'm not gonna. You know, I loved.
That was retirement Colo as well.
You know, people want volume of trophies. You know, he's been I've done a bit of research this morning because you know when you wake up and you've won a trophy, you know your chest is out and everything.
Yeah.
So I woke up and I read a little stat somewhere on Instagram or something, and I researched it. He's been here 5 full. So the first one wasn't full. Now it's not full. He's been here 5 full seasons. He's won 5 trophies. What do you want from this guy? What do you want from him? What do you want from him? So you know, people tell you, "Oh, one league in 8 years." Fuck off! It's not 8 years. First and foremost,
against an oligarch.
Yeah, no, against not one oligarch, against the oil state oligarch and an institution worldwide, like United. Yeah, you're talking about 3 of the hugest institutions in world football, not Premier League, in world football. Unlimited funds. Do what you want. Go and make mistakes. 50 million mistakes. 60 million pound mistakes. Do what you got to do to earn to get a trophy. This guy has won 5 trophies in 5 full seasons. And the only season that he hasn't won in his full season was the last season where we were murdered. We know what happened. Yeah,
of course.
That's it. So
what? We still finished above Chelsea.
So you can't have a chat.
Say that again.
You can't have a chat with people about Klopp. A serious chat. You can't. If somebody wants to chat about Klopp, you walk away. You put yourself on mute and you let them talk.
Yeah,
you can't. You can't.
100%. I can't believe that I was hearing people trying to downplay what Klopp did at Dortmund and big up what Tuchel done at PSG to try and make a comparison between what's going on here.
No, but Cal said it best though. Listen, when you talk about sorry, Ram, just 1 second, yeah. But listen, when you think about what he had to go through at Liverpool and change what he had to change, it's not even a comparison. Like obviously,
man, what he's had to go through his whole life. Let's go back to Mike.
Bruv.
He got them promotion to the top division for the first time in their history, bro.
Look at this.
What are we talking about?
Look at this, yeah.
Look at the bench.
This squad is so bad that the thing can't even be in 1080p, fam. That's how peaky. Yeah. Let me. I'm struggling to read that name.
Backup goalkeeper. Oh my God.
Listen. Let me land. Conor Randall, yeah. Man sound like some build character, yeah. Joe Teixeira. He was just a Portuguese, whatever you thought he was going to be. Jerome Sinclair was supposed to be this big hope that decided to go to Watford, and everyone found out that his agent was just the best agent that you could get. Bruv, if you look at that lineup right there and you want to compare that to Chelsea's, it is not even like when Chelsea fans bring that up, it's not even a joke, bro. Look at the names. Look at them. And if you don't even want to go by name, look at quality. And don't get me wrong, I love Liverpool. That's our team. That's our guys that wear the red shirt, yeah? But don't try and tell me that, what Tuchel's done is amazing. Look what Klopp had to do. Listen, Klopp was so stressed, yeah, when he come Liverpool. In this picture, man ain't even wearing a tracksuit. That's how you know he's not even relaxed. He ain't relaxed. He's stressed, bro. Man's wearing a trench coat and chinos, fam. That's you know he's hella stressed, bro.
That's true,
come on, man.
What were you gonna say, Ram?
I was gonna say, yeah.
Man's wearing brogue shoes.
People don't understand the context
for
behind.
comfort, man.
Man's wearing the brogues, you know.
Legit, man.
No, play. Go on, Ram. Go on.
But the context behind Klopp, yeah, they don't understand the context behind him, man. Like Mainz was a team that had literally no money, had to do it all by himself. The stadium was absolutely desolated. Like, I've got family in Germany and they know about Mainz. And Mainz were minnows. They were like Brentford. They were like Brentford until they got before they got promoted. Borussia Dortmund, prior to Klopp coming in, was under administration. They got bailed out by Bayern Munich to have a hope of staying in German football. That man had to do a massive rebuild, take out people who are taking money out of the club, players are taking money out of the club, and rebuild the whole team and say, you know what? I want to go and do a youth project with these guys. I am going to make incredible youth talents. I'm going to make Nuri Sahin. I'm going to make Mario Götze. I'm going to make Robert Lewandowski. I'm going to make Marco Reus. I'm going to make Mats Hummels. I'm going to make Ilkay Gundogan. I'm going to bring rejects from other teams and make them superstars. That's what my manager does. And he came to Liverpool, yeah? Took us from, I think we're like 4 points behind, 4 points in front of the team that are in the relegation zone. That's how bad we were. and took us to 2 finals. Yeah, we didn't win the final. We went up against City, took them to penalties, and the Sevilla one, Alberto Moreno had a disaster class that game. Then slowly but surely, he started to build the team, and took us to a Champions League final. We lost against an dominant Real Madrid, who broke history and won it 3 times in a row, and then went back again and won it, and then won the Premier League. I don't understand why people like to put down Klopp, but then they want to bring up Tuchel. So let's be fair. I'm not going to have any qualms with Tuchel. He's a great tactician, a great manager. But he went to Borussia Dortmund, and I want to tell you this. His final season there, he finished behind a team that got recently promoted in RB Leipzig.
You can't think properly when you're malnutrition, though, innit?
Exactly, though. And then he went to PSG, and people like to say, "Oh, he took them to the Champions League final." The reason why they didn't win the league last season was because Tuchel put them in a bad place. People would like to blame Poch because it's the narrative, but Tuchel was one of the reasons why they didn't win the league. Because not only Lille were such a dominant team, but I swear that he got him to 3rd before he left, 3rd or 4th, and people don't want to talk about it because it doesn't suit the narrative. You know, people like to think about a narrative before they want to speak facts. And all I've got to say is Tuchel will forever be in Klopp's shadow. He couldn't match what he did at Dortmund, and he will never match what he did at England. And that's going to be that. That's all I have to say.
He's a stalker, bro. He was at Mainz, then he went Dortmund, and then he come Prem. He's a stalker, bro.
He is, man. Look,
piss off, man.
Is Tuchel even taller than Klopp?
No. Bro, he's basically Dumbo. He's got the big ears, isn't it?
He's got
the big ears. He's Dumbo.
Is Tuchel that brother on Netflix? What's that pro? Is it you?
Tinder swindler.
Is it you? Is it you? Then that brother from you. Is his name? What's the brother's name?
Oh, you.
No, we started off at the top of the show with a stat, right? And the stat is Klopp has won 10 head-to-heads and Tuchel's won 3. What are we talking about? Why are we even talking about? Look, we've heard Arsenal fans say that Arteta has broken Klopp. We know we've got Pep running scared. They're trying to bring Tuchel in. Why does everybody compare everybody to us? I just want us all to know, because we're Liverpool, we're all Liverpool brothers here. Let's just get this. If a new right back comes through, who do they compare him to? If a left back comes through, who do they compare him to? If a centre back comes through, who do they compare him to? If your captain does well, who do they compare him to? If you've got a right winger, who do they compare him to? Do I have to keep going on here? Do I have to keep every single player who somebody else has got, who they think is the shit, they compare to us? Because we are the fucking bar.
That's
we
so
are
true.
the level.
Even dresses like man. Now he's definitely Joe from you. I mean, dresses like Klopp. Man wears the tracksuit, you know, as well. Like.
He's the type of brother. Have any of you lot seen that Netflix thing called Sex Life, where the brother finds out who his wife's sleeping with and follows him to the gym? That's Tuchel with Klopp, bruv. Man just in the gym, just following man. Klopp's just banging weights, and man don't even know Tuchel's spying on him, bruv. Fuck them, man.
This has got a notepad out writing out how many reps he's doing so he can replicate.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Following man in the shower and that. Man, fuck off, man.
Everything.
You know what I mean? Trying to be him. It is what it is, man.
100%.
We are 10-3 on the head-to-head. That's all I'm saying.
Yep, exactly.
It's 10-3 on the head-to-head.
So, Grizz, I'm going to come back to you. Last season, we lost all of our centre-backs. This season, they've all come back, plus the addition of Konate. Virgil van Dijk was doubted by a lot of people, whether he'd get back to a level. I'm not even saying to the level that he was, because the 18-19, I don't think we may never see another season like that from a centre-back. That, from me, is a goated season. We weren't asked him to get back to that level. 19-20, we can get back to that level, though. Yesterday, he won man of the match in that final. Now, again, you could argue and put up for debate about Mendy for Chelsea, who had a great game as well. Diaz didn't finish the game, though. And obviously, Mendy didn't take the penalty. He wasn't in goal for the penalty shootout. So, and Virgil, obviously, we saw he dispatched his penalty. Is Virgil back now, in your opinion, Chris, to the point where no one could even debate that he's not the best right back in the world? Sorry, centre back. We've really got the best right back. My bad. Like, we've got too many greats. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's how we do it. But listen, if anyone, look, if anyone expected him to come back and be that Virgil, I don't know, man. What are you supposed to say to them when you've been out for 10 months, 9 months, 10 months, something like that? Yeah. And the extent of the injury that he had, And look, even certain Liverpool fans were saying or doubting and saying, is he going to come back to the levels that Cal you've spoke about? But the last month, the last 4 or 5 games, he's notched it up. He's turned it up to a different level. The big dog is fucking back, and he's back like he was never away. Yesterday, he was so fucking good, man. He intimidates attackers. Like, you know how we speak about attackers? You remember how we speak about Messi intimidating players and Maradona and Ronaldinho? Like, people, legs were gone when they're facing his quiver, yes? This guy does that to attackers. Roles reversed. And he doesn't do it through physicality. You know, you get them nasty centre-backs like Rudiger, when you know you're about to control the ball, but he's going to knee you in your back of your neck. Not your back, your neck. He's going to knee you in the back of your neck. Right there, yeah? Yeah, thuggery, yeah? Bro. He's a thug. You know what I'm saying, innit? You got them centre-backs where you know they intimidate through sheer fouling, really. Like, pure foul play. Nastiness. This guy intimidates you because not only can he do that, but he can outthink you, outsmart you. He's 3 steps ahead of you. You go to the right and you think you're going to come back to the left. He's already waiting for you on the left. He didn't even fall for your psych. That's how he defends. That's how he plays.
Chris, can I just mention one thing? Remember, I don't know if you've seen a video where he explains how he defends. He said he looks you in your eyes.
Yeah, against Jeremy Lin from
F2
Yeah.
What sort of monster is one-on-one with you with the ball and you're looking at in his soul?
Monts, check this one out. Monts, check this one out. Who's the dickhead? Who's the dickhead after all that? Kepa. Kepa's the dickhead that dared look him in the eye and make his goal. Like, standing one corner of the goal, and Virgil said, I don't give a shit if you turn this into a 5-a-side goal. I'm still going to smack it in the same corner, you absolute pussy hole. And then he looked at him. No, it's true. It's true. He planted it in that corner, same corner, because he goes, even if you save this, you're fracturing your whole fucking arm. Because even if you get handles, your arm will fly off into the net. So I know you ain't going to go near this ball. It's a rocket. I've just launched a rocket right in that corner that you think I'm going to go. And I'm going to go. And I'm looking in the eye while I'm doing it. That still was cold, man. I tell you. He's something else, Cal. But big up Silva. Don't get me wrong. Silva's a G, man. Silva's one of my all-time great defenders. All-time. But people that talk about Virgil, man, you can't be talking about Virgil in any way, shape, or form with disrespect. Oh man, Matt, not even a penalty. Everything about him is just aura. Everything about him. Look at that.
Yeah, man. He said, don't look at me.
Sorry, guys, some time to upload that picture, fam. Man, that's to buy time, fam. Upload the picture.
Bro, he's been hanging out with Mane, innit? You don't know me.
But Grizz, you described it best though, because if Kepa was on that side and Virgil literally looked at him and said, "You want to go that side?" Man will still pack you.
You know there was certain. You know when back I used to play PlayStation back in the day. Yeah, we're talking years back, right? Stop that, innit? Don't ask me when. But there were certain games. Where if you hit it so hard, the ball would hit the keeper in the chest and go back into the goal.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. I did have Predator Soccer used to do. I did have Power Soccer, whatever that game was. Yeah,
I was. I remember
that. Game breaker.
I thought you young bucks won't remember.
No, I remember them games.
Yeah, I remember that. You know what's mad, yeah? I remember when Cal did it to me in the banter games. As the person taking the shot, you feel like I'm taking such a mickey out of you. You're like, no, I've got to cry at your side. I have to, because you're trying to take the piss out of me right now.
That's twice you done that now, Drift. Still, that's twice you done that. I'm not a goalkeeper, bro.
No, I know you're not, but you tried to point me though.
You know when the players go and chat to the keeper sometimes, I generally feel like he's seen Kepa obviously doing the whole, he's trying to put everyone off, you know, when someone goes and runs to their big brother, I feel like Kelleher's just giving him it was him, that one there.
Yeah.
Deal with him.
He's like,
yo, but you see the difference. You see the difference with the penalties.
Give me a sec.
You seen the difference with the penalties? Like, ours were just sheer elegance and just pure class, right? I mean, from Fab, We've not even talked about the disrespect to dink it after you've been talking nonsense in my face just to make you look even worse, right? So you go from that disrespect. You then go to the Van Dijk one, and he's pointing, and he stood right in the side, and he's going, "Go on, put it here, I dare you." Not only does he put it there, he then turns and looks at you like, "Don't ever make me disrespect like that again. I will follow you home, and I will take your wife off you while I'm at it."
And you know, really, well, take the ponytail out, bruv, and just shake the hair out, bruv, and just take his wife real quick.
Did you see what Mo said to the keeper as well on his way back up? Did you see that clip?
No, I didn't see that. No, I didn't see that.
As he scored. As he scored, he's walking past Kepa. Look at that.
Why does Kepa look like he's doing modelling, fam?
Bro, Matt, it's at this moment he knew. He fucked up.
But you know what? No, Matt, what you need to do for me before Grizz finishes, you need to find me TAs. Because I'm sorry, that was the best penalty of the whole night.
Trent?
Trent, that penalty was ridiculous, bro. But yeah, go on, Grizz.
No, he just said he told Jorginho, sorry, people are correcting me in the thing. As Jorginho was walking past him, Salah goes, nice and subtly, we didn't need to show the world and everything. He goes, don't jump. You know,
Is that what he said to him, yeah?
Mo, you know.
The king.
Mo, you know. Mo.
You know what it is? I love the shameless, the shithouse, the fact that Mo said don't jump and Kepa was doing it the whole game and we hate him for it. I love it. That's us.
Kepa tried everything. He tried everything.
He tried everything. Every penalty. But the ref was such a wanker. What's he doing? Why are you talking to him what are you saying to him every fucking penalty? He's not listening to you. So either shut your mouth, you're irrelevant because he's not doing what you're saying, or book him.
Yeah. And Grizz, why did he keep talking to every Liverpool penalty taker as well, trying to put him off? Every Liverpool penalty taker, we know what we're already doing. Go talk to Kepa, innit?
Every time one of them would put the ball down, they'd be waffling that, and it's like, what you saying?
Yeah, what are you talking to us for, bro? We already know the rules. Go talk to him. Yo, it's what it is, man.
So, guys, the last question I got for all of you guys, and I know recency bias might play a role here, but I'm going to ask you guys to try not to be. Is this our best League Cup win in our lifetimes? Now, I'm just going to put some context onto it, and I'm only going to speak about the ones I can remember. You got the McManaman one where against Bolton, I think we won that game 2-0. Was it Bolton? I think it was. Won 2-0 back in 94, I believe. You've got 2001 under Gerard Houllier when we went to penalties against Cardiff. 2003 against Manchester United, where we won the game 2-0, Gerrard and Michael Owen.
That's the one for me.
Say again?
That's the one for me when we beat Man United 2-0.
Gerrard banged it from like 30 yards, innit?
Yeah, it did take a deflection off Bex, to be fair. It did take a deflection. But Barthez he still wasn't getting it. And then you've got 2012 where you go through on penalties against Cardiff, or this one against Chelsea. So we've got 7 there.
It's United, bro. You beat Man United in any final, bro, and that's the best one. You beat your man. And it was quite comfortable as well, to be fair.
Bro, living in Manchester, the 2003, man had his shirt off in front of everyone swinging it. Like, my whole street is full of Manchester United fans, to the point where in Istanbul in 2005, the year before they went to Milan, I had Milan flags flying outside my house at halftime. 3-0 down, singing AC Milan chants the lot. 2003 all day.
No, I'll go Man U though. I'll go Man U.
I'm not gonna lie. I know I've told you not about recency bias. I think yesterday's my one. You know.
Sorry, Cal. I missed out. What was the question? Sorry, bro.
Best League Cup win
or final win? I guess you're saying.
Or final wins. Yeah.
We beat Arsenal on the way here as well, though, which does make this one feel sweet. We just took London out of the equation real quick.
Yeah, but whenever you beat Man United, though.
North and West.
Oh, is the question about the run?
No, just the final.
The final. Just the final. But I'm saying beating Arsenal made it sweeter, Grizz, though.
Yeah, I hear you.
Because we took out 2 pussy holes on the way, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. That is true.
Now, but I think, Cal, I think you may prefer this more is because of certain people from certain fans like to give it the big one.
No, I don't think it's that. It's just, you see that Man United team, at that time, I think we had the beating of them. Plus, when you watch the game back, we got the first goal and we kind of sat back and soaked up the pressure and started hitting them on the counter attack. Yesterday, Chelsea, in my opinion, are the one team that can stifle us in the Premier League. I know City can beat us on their day, but Chelsea, the one team I honestly think are the only team in the league that can actually stifle us. And we went head to head with them, toe to toe, after losing Thiago before the game started. After hearing everything that Chelsea had been saying in the lead up to the game throughout the summer and being
it was war.
The heirs to the throne.
It was war.
Oh yeah.
Plus to go through on penalties with our backup goalkeeper.
It was
to
war.
go through all 11 players who were
it was
there
war,
and score. They scored all 11 penalties, showing our nerve. For me, that's the one, man. For me, that's the one. Man
United
United
tried to kiss him, innit?
But this is different. I think this is different, and
You know
I think this is going to set us off.
Cal, I think you're. You know what? I think you're right. I'm going to agree with you. Obviously, everyone's going to give up. Even though when Drift reminded me of that one, I was like, no. Cal's not going to sweet talk me into doing it. You know what I mean? My mind was set, but because of the age we live in and social media is so strong, and we're hearing all these newborn Chelsea fans, I call them, like we're seeing them preach to us, and we're popping up everywhere we go. Yeah, Chelsea this, Chelsea that. I think this one is sweeter. It's sweeter. I think that's the word. This one tastes so good, bro. Like I had some barbecue pulled lamb earlier. I don't know if you saw my picture on Instagram. If you want to feel hungry and
nah, but I know what you're talking about.
Don't look, pan. I'm telling you.
Don't talk about food,
salivate, man. But this one was as sweet. This victory yesterday was so sweet.
Like mango, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, that was so sweet yesterday.
Yeah.
You know what? Their end emptied within seconds.
Yeah.
I like, what? Like you never walk along, turn around, you're gone. I didn't finish the song. Right, they said we're walking alone. You know what I mean?
That blue tide just washed out, innit?
They were gone. It was empty. It was empty, man. So yeah, I'm gonna go.
Can we also talk about that, Grizz? Because we were at home and you was at the atmosphere, bro. So you was feeling it. I could only hear Liverpool fans during that shootout.
I swear we couldn't hear them.
No, because we on the TV, bro. I couldn't hear no Chelsea fans, bro.
I swear, there was about one period where in the second half, the first 10 minutes, where we heard a bit of Chelsea. That was it. That was their song. That was their song.
I'm not gonna lie. They need someone to cut up a dub for them because you see that Chelsea. You ain't got nothing more than that.
Matt, I'm not even joking. I wasn't even in the Liverpool end behind the goal where you can't possibly hear them anyway. So any man that says he couldn't hear Chelsea fans, of course not, bro. You're about 200 yards away and you're packed with, you know what I mean, in the Reds. In the Reds, I wasn't right over the halfway line. So and my hearing ain't gone yet. Like, praise the Lord, yeah. So I should be able to hear certain noises. I couldn't hear no noises, man. I told you just that Chelsea for about 5 minutes, and
they only sing that and the Steven Gerrard,
you know.
Yeah, I heard them sing the Steven Gerrard song for about 30 seconds.
No, we drowned them out. We drowned them out with the original song. Yeah, we drowned it out. Every time they started that song, we drowned them out. Proper drowned them out. Surround sound. Everything. They were like, whoa.
You know, that's another thing that other fans are jealous of us, right? That we've actually got an anthem. You know, they're actually jealous of that, right? Because if Chelsea are the one that shoot out, what would the DJ have played?
They would have played that. What's that tune that they play at the bridge?
Well, Beverly Knight or something. What would he have played?
What's that before the game?
Yeah, that one.
What would he have actually played?
That thing was made on Fruity Loops, fam. That's speedy. You can have a tune that goes, Chelsea. What is that, bro?
The anthem thing is so true because when you think about it, we've got a proper anthem. United and Tottenham share an anthem and just changed the word, which is just terrible in itself. Manchester City's anthems, E17 staying up day, hoping that fans come back to the stadium. Like, them man haven't got no anthems like Barnes, and then you see the atmosphere that we create when You'll Never Walk Alone comes on. Like, no one can replicate that, and everyone hates it. They hate it.
They hate it.
Thing is, they need it.
It's like we're the envy of the league, boys. I told you that already. We're the envy of the league, man. It's
football heritage, man. You think of Bayern Munich have the Mia San Mia, Dortmund have the Hey Bifa B. You know, Barcelona get their own track, and then Madrid's got Hala Madrid. It's football royalty, man. It is football royalty. We have to just witness and love it.
We're built different.
Yeah,
guys, make sure you smash the like button. We're gonna read out these super chats for you guys. Sadiq says, "Can you smell what the cop is cooking?" Damn right,
100%. Whipping it up, bro, for real.
LFC, happy 50th, Cal. I'm not there yet. It's not even just to remind everyone, it's not my birthday today. Someone played a little joke on you guys. It's actually not my birthday today. So anyone coming in now, it's not my birthday. That's in August. Henrik says, FA Cup final on the 14th of May. Last round of the EPL on the 22nd of May. Champions League final on the 28th of May. 3 trophies in 2 weeks and the maddest May ever. Let's do this.
That sounds like a lot of football still. That sounds like a lot of football. I've been checking
train tickets. That's all I'm saying. Hotel prices, I've been checking.
Hey, bro, you're not ready.
Math says, now the dust is settled. They broke through our midfield and defensive line way too easy. Can the Mr. Realistic Drifty speak on it, please? Drift, with all due respect.
Math, they're not going to let me be humble today, bro. They told me to be dark drifty today. So, I'll talk about that next time, bro.
Yeah, Maths, we will speak about that because I think it went both ways. I think we played through them as well. But today's a celebration, Maths. Today's a celebration.
Indeed.
Sadiq says, caught the second half and extra time in Pizza Hut, but watched the penalties on the bus. My missus can testify when VVD, Robbo, and Ibu took pens, she took my pulse. Nervy.
And she's a real one, bro, because she let you watch the second half. She's a real one, I told you, man.
Like Sadiq, you're in the good books, man. You're in the good books.
Man actually got Lion King and the game both fitted in. Yeah, that's what you call organization, bro.
Trust me. Lord Walker says VVD on one man of the match, like I said yesterday, needs a mirror. Oh, you lot did play ratings yesterday, or did you not?
Yeah. But I gave Kelleher man of the match.
Oh, did Virgil get a 10 though? Did Virgil get a 10?
No, you got a 9.
Drift, why? Ask Drift why.
For one show, and this
No, Carl, you're sleeping. We had to. What VVD got? I think either a 9 or a 9.5 because
I was being realistic and there was a couple of times during the game where Van Dijk was a little lackadaisical, but I was told I'm shackled today, guys. I'm not allowed to be realistic. I said they wanted dark drift, so it's all smoke in it. So fuck Chelsea and all right, give him a morass now. Let's go back and do it, innit?
Apologies to everyone who watched the review show yesterday and Virgil not getting a 10. That I promise you that will never happen again on my watch. Sincerely, for all you subscribers, everyone who watches the show, I am deeply sorry. That should never have happened, and nor will it happen again. So sorry. And Drifty Matt will speak off air.
People, I've got a Jack here. I love you all, man.
Yes,
big up, big up, damn self, bro. Big up, brother.
Big up yourself, Grizz.
Big up, man.
Big up, brother. Diogo Jose Teixeira da Silva. Cal, should Naby have deleted his own leg mid-air after the challenge? Well, no. Obviously, I'm not saying to have an amputee, but if a challenge is high, a challenge is high. Like,
can we just shout out that name? That name is gangster, by the way.
I'm not upset if anyone who disagrees with me, but if the challenge lands, the challenge lands. Like,
should Naby have been sent off yesterday?
It's a red only because of where he follows through. But listen,
no. Oh, go on, Stro. Go on.
No, because
Matt, you should have been here earlier, bro.
Lands, then that's a sending off.
Drifty, the guy may not have kids anymore, bro. That's how bad it is.
But if you want to go into a 50-50 with King Naby, that's the risk you take, bro. It is what it is.
I'm not even gonna say nothing.
Replays make it worse. Replays make it worse in full time.
But yeah, that's gonna say.
Once you weren't here either, were you? When that man, everyone, I was the only one saying it's not a red at the beginning of the show.
You said it was a red.
Do you know what? It's not a red card.
Cal and Ram think it's a red
card.
No,
there is no such thing.
Is that not what I said, Cal?
I said it was a blatant yellow.
Spud me, bro. Man knows already, blood. Don't leave me hanging, man.
Wait, hold on. No. Wait, Drift. It's an orange card.
It's an orange, bro.
card.
It's an orange.
It's
It's
an
somewhere
orange.
in the
Y'all
middle,
never heard
bro.
of the
Man,
orange
giving
card?
Naby red.
It's an
What's it with
orange,
these
bro.
orange cards.
You
man?
lot are
Yeah.
shameless.
Nah,
All I'm gonna
fam,
say.
I'm not gonna
all I'm
lie,
say,
bro. I
It's a
can't
sin ring
believe
thing, innit?
The next
Bro,
bad
listen.
challenge, the next
Yo,
bad
Matt, I
challenge,
love
God
you,
forbid,
bro.
This
Look
thing.
at it.
the next bad challenge I see one of our players get, I'm gonna come back to this moment.
No,
I told you the scene. No, Cal, I said the scene has been set already. When West Ham assaulted Henderson and then Harry Kane assaulted Henderson again, and they said it was a yellow, the rules have been set. It's a yellow, bro.
The thing is,
We're
both
just
went
following,
high.
we're just following what everybody
You know,
else
the
has been
wickedest thing
doing,
is,
right?
the wickedest thing is, they both went high.
That's not even
except
allowed
for-
in WWE. What Naby?
No,
did.
but
Neither is
bro,
what Henderson
bro,
had to
bro.
go through
Hold
at
on.
West Ham or
Hold
Tottenham,
on.
bro.
Hold on. Let me ask you this. Even though this wasn't a red one I'm about to say, do you remember Kante's spear on Robbo? Was that
Yes.
did that deserve a yellow? Yes or no?
That's a yellow. That's a
Yeah,
yellow.
that's
Yellow.
Guys, what did I say about Kante?
We should
Was
have
that
got a red
what
card.
was that?
Kante should
I
have been
think you should
sent
have got
off
a
as
red
well.
card
Yeah.
because he had
It
so
was
many
a
fouls.
spear. Referee didn't give anything.
Yeah, but the referee was shit that game.
Didn't give
That's what I'm
anything.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
You're saying keep
That
the same
doesn't
energy.
change the narrative
So
of the
what-
game because the ref
no,
was
so
score
what-
on both sides.
No, so what I'm trying to say is the referee's supposed to set precedent from start. And if he's going to basically say a lot of things can go, then we've got to judge that game based on this game in terms of what the ref is allowing to happen. This ref said here, said it's Monday Nitro, and man said, if you want to spear your opponent, it is cool.
Can I ask you a question?
When
Yeah,
did
go
you
on.
turn into Proctor from Power, bro?
What do you mean?
Here's a question.
What do you mean?
Man said you got to look at the basics of the game. You got to look at the precedent set by the referee.
No, but it's true, bro. When Azpilicueta is allowed to trip Diaz up with an actual flipping Ryu Street Fighter
And
sweet
should it have been
kick,
a- and-
then
and
the
I-
precedent's been set,
No,
bro.
but I
No,
asked
no,
you,
but Drift.
should there have been a yellow card?
Yeah.
It should have been,
what?
but he never gave it, though.
No,
yeah.
but here's a question.
I
Here's a
don't think
question.
Naby's would have been
No,
harsh.
hold
man.
on, go,
Go,
Sean.
go.
What's your question,
Yeah, go
bro?
on, Joe.
Right, so Chalobah's foot's high, correct? Yeah.
Yeah, both of them went in high.
Right,
both
right,
of
right. So
them.
if Chalobah lands in the same way Keita lands,
Hmm.
people are screaming for a red, yes or no?
Bro, Naby's got,
Yeah, but we can't
Matt
talk
is
about
going
ifs
round
or
to
buts. We
Chalobah's
can only
house.
do
No, no, no,
maybes.
no, 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 no.
Matt
But
is
I'm just
gonna be
asking a question.
Matt is going round to Chalobah's house, bro.
Joe, I'm not even gonna lie. I don't do if, buts, or maybes, you know, bro. I only do
Joe,
absolute.
If we would have got 2 more points, if we would have got 2 more points, yeah, in the season where we came second, we would have won the league, fam. We can't do that. We can't do that. No, I'm
Nah,
joking.
it
I'm
was a
joking.
50-50 challenge. Real talk. All jokes aside, it was a 50-50, bro. If you both
Both
go
man
in
winning
like that,
strong.
Nah, but
whoever
it's-
comes out hurts. It's unfortunate.
Both man winning strong. Can't lie. Both
I
man
agree
winning
with
strong.
that. But what I will say is that you see, if Keita's the one that gets caught, and obviously it's Keita's the one that gets caught, and it's
So fed up with the lies.
if Keita's the one that's getting caught, I'm gonna tell you from now. Do you know what? I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna scream red card if it's the other way around. But do you know what? That's not the honest me screaming red cards. I'm screaming red card because I want to win the game, not because it's a red card.
Yeah,
I hear that.
In full time, I did not think it was a red for on Carabao, and if it was against us in full time, I don't think it's a red. But in slow motion, I'm gonna go red, VAR, because I'm in a final and I want to fucking win.
Yeah, that's real talk.
That's not why.
That's
so
real
anyone
talk.
who tells you, if it was the other way around, would it be a red? Yes, because I'm trying to win.
You know what? Look, and this is a very good point. Chalobah's foot was actually higher than Naby's in the initial tackle itself.
It didn't land.
That's the
No,
thing.
but
For
it's
me,
irrelevant where it landed. No, Cal. If I swung a hammer at you,
it's not
but I didn't
irrelevant.
hit you, you're still gonna be angry. I swung a hammer at you, bro.
It's not, Drift, it's not irrelevant. Shall I tell you why? Because you see when Connor Cody lost. All right, quickly. You see when Connor Cody tried to win a penalty against Liverpool last season at Anfield, it was a high foot, but I didn't connect. So why wasn't the penalty given?
Can I just say something?
What's
What's
up,
going on,
man?
little man? You all right?
Hello.
You
You
okay?
feeling better now?
How many trophies are Liverpool gonna win?
They're gonna win for the live football.
Yeah, how many though?
1 and 2.
No more than that. Show the camera. That's how many.
Yes,
Four.
we're gonna
See it
win.
there?
4.
Ba-la-la-la-la.
Balala.
Ba-la-la-la-la. Mighty.
You were good.
All right. Do you want to know
You should be
something?
in red today, Cal. But
Let
we'll
me
move.
No, he's got
take,
underneath. He's got underneath.
let me
Okay,
take
okay.
off. Let me take off my bias. Let me stop being biased. I'm gonna be so real.
I'm not being biased, by the
No.
way.
I'm gonna be honest. When I look back at that challenge, I remember how I felt. I said to Drift, like, oh, Nabi might get sent off, you know. That challenge was mad. And Jiff was like, nah, man, it's all right, bro. They both went in high. And I'm going to be real. I've got the picture. I've got obviously the still picture, and I'm going to bring it out on screen.
Yeah, a picture doesn't tell the whole story, man.
But do you want to know what? Can I be honest with you? But do you want to know something? I'm going to be honest. I don't care. I don't care.
Nah, look at Nabi's face, bro.
He's got a clap, man.
You know what? That's AFCON Nabi. I told you don't fuck with AFCON Nabi, innit?
Man, them take it in.
Almost like I'm Big Daddy Cool Diesel. Hold this boot, fam. Don't give
I told
a
you
damn,
don't fuck with AFCON Nabi, bro. Like, don't do it, bro. You ain't gonna enjoy your journey. But
you know what I'm gonna say? I'm gonna bring up a saying that you three, especially at the top, are definitely gonna agree with me with, yeah? You see, when you man played Sunday League back in the day, you see when you was going in for 50-50, what did your manager tell you?
Make sure you leave it all on the pitch.
Make sure you're going hard, and he said going hard.
That's why I got 2 kids, innit?
And you know this, man.
Sunday League in life, bro.
Sunday League is for
I was like
real.
pulling out the driveway. I'm just
every Sunday League manager says you go in hard.
You know, maybe the Liverpool players do want Kopish, because I've been telling a man that they're too soft for a long time, and Nabi's been the main culprit. So maybe he thought, you know what, fuck this.
That's a bad tackle, man.
You see these front dogs in your front. You see these dogs in your front lawn. Just know I'm going hard.
Yeah, but again, show me another angle, because at that point, Chalobah's legs on the way down.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, no, it is. I'm not
It's
gonna
all
lie.
context, bro.
I went to cave in his chest.
Yeah, it's all context, bro.
Listen, Jeff, I'm gonna be real. Obviously, it's still picture can always look worse. But do you want to know something?
I thought Chalobah's was worse in full motion.
Jeff, all I will say is this. Yes, we might have got away with one, potentially. Yeah. And this happens in football. Let's not act like this is the biggest decision in football history and Liverpool are so lucky. No, I don't think it was that. I just think, if I'm being honest, yes, we got a little bit lucky, maybe, but the referee also let a lot of other things go that he shouldn't have. For example, when Grizz was talking about the goalkeeper having to tell him 11 times, when Kante decided to turn into Bill Goldberg and spear man off the pitch, acting like it's Monday Nitro, fam. You can't be doing them things there. So if the referee is just saying, okay, I'm allowed this, then people are going to take advantage, fam. And we did. I can't even lie.
And when we get onto the final subject and we're talking about refereeing decisions, I don't want to hear shit about Nabi. Yeah? I don't want to hear shit about
do you want to know something people forgot about? Just quickly as well, I just remembered. I ain't got the picture, but do you remember, if there was a challenge? You remember when Rudiger slid in with 2 feet on Salah?
Lamptey was on Lamptey. Yes, I remember this.
No. But even yesterday, he went.
Yes, I remember both. I remember the one on Lamptey and the one yesterday.
And Salah went. Are you not going to do nothing?
Thug life, innit?
He 2-footed me. Like, I know.
You are telling me. Facts. Thug life, bro. It is what it is, man.
Facts.
Lee Campbell says Salah 0 open play goals in finals, best
is
ever.
Is this Lee?
Yeah, did
yeah. Nah, like, Lee. We're not gonna do this. You're not gonna come in here and talk about a team that's just won a trophy. Come on, we love you.
Zabiri will take care of him, man. Zabiri will take care of him, man. Just don't worry.
That's real. That's real.
Zabiri, put Lee in a Dutchie pot and burn it as well. Burn the bottom, bro.
Trust me.
We'll scrape off the Dutchie pot later. Antio Chill says, Ram, have you talked to Monster Munch lately?
Yo, he's been very quiet, man. He's been very quiet. I was trying to speak to him, but his ways, man.
Campbell, that was a bit mad. Wait, we're allowed to have more than one good player. We're allowed to have more than one world-class player.
Now they'll never understand. He'll never understand, innit?
Yeah, certain mans will understand.
It's been
one of the only teams where the amount of individual world-class players is so much, other fans don't really know what to do with it.
You gotta remember, Lee's learning. He's always learning.
Lee Bonnick says, sorry to be negative, but I'm done with the Spanish J Spearing. Can't be injured.
No, don't do this.
Pedri. We'll speak. We'll speak about it another day. We'll speak about it another day.
Look, every now and again, you get an exception to the rule. And Thiago is the exception to any rule on any fucking planet. Simple.
Just the man I wanted to see in the comments. Hello, Lewis.
Lewis, how you doing, man? How you doing? Good.
Big up the carefree.
You know what? Lewis is one of the only people that I don't have any animosity towards. Who's a Chelsea fan?
No, Drift. I do. He's been getting.
He's humble with it. He kind of keeps it real though. He don't really.
No. Lewis takes his losses like a man. He takes his losses like a man. I got to rate him.
Now show take off that title. Now take off that title. You don't deserve it no more. Take that title away from him, man.
Lee says buzzing for the win, though. Indeed, that's the energy I want, Lee. Messi FC says, can you do the Kodak dance real quick?
You know what? It's because Kodak got the trim now, what's in it? That's what it is. Kodak got the trim now, isn't it?
No, allow me, man.
Nah, for me, bro, you will always be Tariq from Power. I don't care what no one says.
No, it's Lamptey. Tariq from Power was a liberty because that.
No. He looks like him. Not nothing to do with what he does. I'm talking just to look for him. I'm not doing man dirty like that. That's
but he's the face of 2020. We can't be doing that, Cowboy Month, man. We can't be doing that.
I said, Rainer, I'm sorry.
Face of 2020.
But listen, you lot, in vibes. I actually got to jump.
Yes, you do, man.
He's got to jump.
Yeah, love, bro.
Don Hassam as well.
Love my bro, man.
Big up, man.
Come on,
subscribe to Big Six Bands if you can, guys. Give us a shout.
That's the point, guys. After this show, all the links to all the different channels will be in the description, so make sure you go and check them out.
Indeed.
All right,
Months, my bro. Love,
bro.
You Chelsea fans out there, how y'all spend $1 million and get worse? Goodbye.
Rude Boy LFC says, Cal and Drifty, does turf at the penalty spot get destroyed after 3 or 4 kicks or 9 rounds? Are the little tricks that players play? Are there tricks that players do to repair or it for their liking? They kind of just pad the ground down. As long as the ground around where the spot is all right, then usually.
If you lot noticed, Mo had to fix up the ground quite a lot before he took the 5th penalty. I don't know if you lot was paying attention. But Mo had to throw away quite a lot of like excess grass and stuff. I mean, to be fair though, we got to be honest. In 2022, with the way the groundsmen are so good at their job, the penalty spot should be a little bit more of a stronger kind of area on the pitch to make sure that doesn't happen, really. But
Nanya Business says, big up, guys. VVD and Faz penalty with fire. Diaz spin move on James was disgusting.
It was
I
don't even want to say
the best right back in the Premier League, yeah?
What did I say in the group chat, you man? Matt and Drew, what did I say in the group chat?
I was just about. Oh, you want me to release?
Tell
him to release the files. You sure?
Tell him. What did I say?
I let you say it. You say it with chest.
He's better than Neymar. I said it.
What?
I'm glad everyone's on the train. I still think Trent had the best penalty yesterday, though.
Say it with chest, Carl. Say it chest.
Yeah, he's better than Neymar. If Neymar does that, Neymar falls on the floor after.
I mean...
Call me Pamela Anderson Lee because I got my chest out and I said big up to Soyal Majid says amazing show, guys. Big up to yourself.
Big up yourself, bro.
Dropped hairline. Drifty. Mane is a false 9, ain't the move. Yesterday, all counter attacks against us was Mane losing the ball in the false 9 position. Literally all. We're gonna speak about that.
That's false. That's false.
Okay. We're gonna speak about that on another show.
He lost it one time that led to a counter attack.
On another show. Don't worry. We'll get onto that. We'll get onto Monday. Don't worry.
Ash says, Taki and D9 are perfect foot soldiers. I said it yesterday. These guys never cause issues. Same with Ox, Millie, Simicast, even throw Kelleher and Adrian. We never hear issues in the camp. Good characters. Love them.
Facts.
100%. Fully agree, bro.
Facts.
Fully.
Jamrock it's not evidently based on Terry. Sorry, it's not evidently based on Terry, Daniel and Anita. Apparently, Moreno was a top left back when he got here. Lovren and Scott were really good, and Lucas was a baller.
Nah, they did make that. They tried to do that narrative. I remember them saying this. Yeah,
they got cooked earlier.
I'm sorry, Lucas was a baller, but the other bits are obviously sketchy.
Yeah, but Lucas, as much as I love Lucas,
I won't say baller, but he's a very good
Kante.
player.
Very good,
Yeah.
very
If
good
We weren't
we're
talking to Kante.
if they're trying to do
No,
that whole,
it wasn't as good as Kante, but Lucas Leiva was a bad boy. I'm not gonna ever slander.
no, of
Lucas
course, no one's
Leiva.
not saying that, but they're
slandering
trying drift when they say baller. They're trying to make it seem like man was some Coutinho, fam. Don't
Like
they're trying to play that
Mascherano.
narrative. They're trying to play that narrative that he was so great, and don't know he was good.
I think he was great, but yeah, all right.
No, great in the end, but you know what I'm trying to say. They're trying to do that.
Compare him to that
put man on
Mascherano
pedestal.
and them, man. That's what they're trying to do.
Oh,
Trying to put
okay,
man on
okay,
pedestal
yeah.
and them thing there.
Dinesh says, "Evening, gentlemen. Klopp, he's done. We are going to win all 4, and on the 29th of May, we will all meet up for the parade. We did not get to celebrate the league, but we'll now for all 4. Tell him again, Dinesh."
Yes, man.
Ash says,
If we do get to have a parade, I am looking forward to that more than anything, man. Imagine all us, man, with magnums up and a parade watching a bus go by. Are you fucking out your mind? Oh, my God.
Don't forget the apple juice. Don't forget the apple juice.
Oh, yeah. No. Carl will think he's drinking apple juice, man.
So you're going to spike my drink. You guys heard that, people.
I would never do that.
Man's going to empty out that apple juice and put a magnum in there, bro.
I would never do that.
It says Klopp is the sort of guy who buys a plot of land and builds a house. Tuchel the sort of guy who moves into a new build flat. One has innovation and one doesn't. Ash,
say it, man.
Well done. And he's buying one of them new builds that eventually ends up having all the cracks because the foundations are slipping. You know them ones.
So I just saw a funny comment I'll bring up in a sec. Original base, Annie says, shout out to Stroll and brother Mons. Congrats you, man. Big up to yourself.
Big up, Annie. Big up.
Ash says, Everton have asked for an inquiry into Chris Kavanagh as his family are Man City fans and Everton
you got a brother-in-law that's a Man
doing
City fan.
on VAR.
Okay. So the questions are starting to be the right questions are starting to be asked. The right questions are starting
Chris
to be asked.
Kavanagh has a history with Everton, man. He has a proper
why
history.
Are we surprised? Hamza said, random geezer kissed man last night after Kepa's pen. It might have been Saint. It might Saint just out there overpowering, man.
Oh no!
Briz, you remember that Anfield rap? Oh, we could ask Brisbane now.
Yeah, that's a shame. We'll ask him. We'll ask him still.
Scott Holder says, big ups from Bermuda, my G's.
Hey, come on.
Mane may have lost a yard or two of pace. It hasn't really affected him. To me, he's just better. He just needs to make better decisions, son. I agree. Yeah. Ash, anyone know why João Felix was in Liverpool ends with friends yesterday? Interesting, but I like it.
Because everybody wants to play for this fucking club. Why?
Of course.
Yeah, man.
Come on, man. Do is get Agent Jota on the line. Be like, yo, let's go rescue him, innit? Let's go get him out of the clutches of Simeone.
Who's next to Klopp. Pep Linders does this Portuguese,
yeah. He does, bro.
Shout out to Pep Linders with the skanking in the dressing room as well.
Did you see Simicast do some next?
I saw them all, man. I saw them all.
Scott Holder says quads in May, son.
You know what, Matt? That's the reason why Simicast has got bags, bro. Man's raving all the time. You see them skanks? Them skanks don't come unnaturally, bro. That's only when you do it regular, bro.
A full thing, bro. It's like Simicast is different,
bro. I swear, Simicast put a picture up with his feet in the trophy, just chilling.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, man.
What a legend.
Hey, I'm telling you, bro. And look, even Simicast, you know when we talk about attitude, Simicast played a vital role in us getting to the final as well because he was one of the players that was his tournament. Didn't even moan he weren't in the final, was celebrated like he was part of it. To be fair, the only one who threw a strop was Ox. And I don't know if he's still struggling with bad sleeps because he's got a newborn. So I don't know if he's still struggling with bad sleep.
Bro. His baby's around the same age as mine.
All right, it's about 7 months old, but he's still struggling with sleep though, right? It's still at that stage, isn't it? Other than that, you know what I mean? Because I can get where Ox is coming from. If he sees Harvey get put in before him, he's probably a little bit annoyed. But he still didn't even make a big deal of it. It was just hard for him to hide his emotion, innit? But other than Ox, everybody was happy yesterday. Everybody. So
Anna says, never seen Kante struggle in midfield like that before. Facts.
Big facts.
Blowing.
Man forgot Kate is about, innit? That's what I'm gonna say.
Dennis, if not for Spurs, we wouldn't have signed Diaz this window. Imagine playing that game without Jota and Firmino. It's why our transfer policy frustrates me. We'll discuss that on another day as well.
On another show, we'll talk about that. Yeah,
but
yeah.
you know what? He's got there's a lot of truth in what he said there, though.
Rahil says João Felix was at Wembley in Liverpool end yesterday.
Was he?
Yeah, apparently so. Eastwood says, big up, just checking in.
Yeah, man. How's Origi doing, Eastwood? Is he good, yeah?
He's celebrating, bro. He's holding trophies. That's what he does.
I know, but Eastwood's making sure that he's keeping Eastwood's holding his jewelry. He's making sure, you know what I mean? He's got his hand on the Glock. Everything's all good, man.
A-Spec says, Kostas Tsimikas looks like a proper vibes, man.
He is vibes. You can tell he's vibes, fam.
Dean says, evening, gents. That game screamed Tsimikas and Origi in the starting lineup. We desperately need to sign a creative mid in summer. 1 down, 3 to go. Fabio Carvalho, it seems. Fabio Carvalho. Elisa, man like Pamela Sanderson. Ooh, yeah.
That's kind of catchy still.
No, it's not. It's not.
No, it is. You're the one that said it, bro. You said it. You said you're getting your chest out. That's what you said, bro.
You did say it, man.
You did say it.
Yeah, you did. You did.
Ems A says, is it a Kopish shutdown for the parade? I'm there.
Hey, if we get one more trophy, 100%, bro.
Nita Nova, talk about Liverpool's youngest Wembley player, #67 Harvey Elliott. What a story.
Talk about it.
What a story for the guy.
I love the fact that he batted up that
Right.
scrawny giant. Yeah.
Am I gonna have us move quite a little, like quite far back still when he pushed him in?
Do you know why I was comfortable, Matt? Because Ibu was there, and I've been watching Bundesliga. Yeah, Ibu bagged him up when you're at Leipzig. When they had Leipzig versus Leverkusen, Ibu batted him up. So I was like,
yeah,
Ibu's there. He's gonna sort him out. He'll sort him out.
It's so mad because Rudiger came over, and then like Ibu just kind of went, no, allow it. No. Here's the joke. So Rudiger got Milner pushed back Rudiger. And Rudiger looked at him like, "Who are you?" Yeah, but Milner started to scratch Rudiger. You can see something might have kicked off there. I see Van Dijk walk over. Van Dijk smiled at him and just said,
happy you said this.
I just saw Rudiger just act like we're all bred.
Rudiger wanted none of it.
No,
he just changed his tone.
He's a bully. Rudiger's a bully, innit? That's what he is.
He knows who he thinks he can get at, innit?
And just quickly, because that big up to the super chat as well. Remember where you lot were when you just turned 18?
Mm-hmm.
This brother scoring a penalty at Wembley. Do you know how much cojones it takes to step up? And remember, that was in the sudden death. It wasn't even in the normal 5, you know. You miss and you're out in the sudden death. And he stepped up and he sent the keeper the wrong way. He didn't just score. It wasn't a fluky penalty. He sent Kepa, the penalty expert, the wrong way. Fucking hell. I think it really goes over people's heads what it's like for a 17 or an 18-year-old to play in an occasion like that and actually take a penalty or do anything of any kind of real pressure. It's mad. It's actually mad. Like,
it is indeed. Boys, we are going to wrap up there. It's been a hell of a show.
But before we go, bro, I know we've been on for nearly 2 hours. We have to talk about this Man City penalty situation. We have to, bro.
What's there to talk about?
We just have to talk about the fact, and I'm glad that super chat mentioned that maybe it might be getting investigated. I can't keep watching this level of cheating. There's no other real way to put it than when VAR literally makes it so obvious. And guys, I'll put this question to you. What can be done when a referee just makes it so obvious he's cheating? I don't mind when there's a bad decision and it's like a 50-50 or a couple people interpret it one way. Or, you know, when you get those kind of ones where we're all debating, is it, isn't it, and whatnot, those ones I'm okay with. But when every single person on the planet, apart from a liar, knows that was a handball, how do we have a discussion about literally cheating?
Do you know what? Rodri looked guilty as well. If you saw his face, he looked guilty. He looked like, shit. And I was like, when I saw who the referee was, it was that guy, Paul Tierney, that gave Robbo the red card and Kane the yellow card. I was like, it just got me back to Klopp's comments. They're like, have you ever played football in your life? I have no problem with any other referee, but I have a problem with. It's like it just gave me those moments back to that, man. It's just
you know what? Let me have the last word on this. This is all I'm gonna say. You see, when Man City played Spurs and Man City, Spurs scored their winner, yeah. And you saw the fourth official looked like he was hella mad that like Spurs scored.
Devastated.
Yeah, mad devastated, as you said, Stroll. Man knew what we was up against. So when I saw the Rodri incident, and I knew it wasn't to be given as a pen, even though it was as blatant as anything, I said, you know what? Yeah. I don't want to say too much because I don't want us to get cancelled. But one thing I will say is this, people. Let them carry on with their antics. Let them try as hard as they can to make sure we don't win the league. But let me tell you something right now. They will do everything they can, it seems. And I say they because I'm not saying my name, so no one can't say what I'm saying. No one can't pinpoint to what I'm saying, but you know exactly what I'm saying if you get the code.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They will try everything to stop us because funny how we close the gap and this happens and you don't give that penalty, which could have been so crucial. We don't know whether the person would have scored a penalty. We don't know that, but it would have been crucial. Let's see what happens, people, because you want to know something. If we win the league after all of this, I'm going to tell you something right now. There will be a lot to answer for. There will be a lot where we can look back and go, can you imagine? We weren't just up against one of the best teams in Premier League history. We was up against some next force. And I'm just going to say next force because I don't want to be clipped up or anything. I'm just going to say next force, innit? That's all I'm going to say. And I leave that there because you know exactly what I'm talking about.
And that was beautifully said, Matt. But I just want to say, you know when things just go under the radar, just like Bournemouth are now playing championship football because of that poor decision against Sheffield United last season. And it literally just gets swept. Like you're just allowed to just make such decisions as a referee. And there's no... We all hate Everton, so we don't give a shit. But let's just take our bias out of it for 1 minute. Imagine if Everton get relegated on goal difference or by 1 point because of a point they should have got in a game when a decision like that was made. So even take our own selves out of it in terms of winning the league. Because I've had a couple Man City fans try and tell me about stuff like, what about when James Milner could have been sent off against Phil Foden? All right. There's some people who maybe thought that was the case. But you know what? That was just you versus me, innit? So whichever way that was, it only affected you and me. Everton have nothing to do with the title race, but you've made a decision that could now get Everton relegated, and we're just going to sit back. And as I said, take your bias out of it. If Everton get relegated by 1 point or on goal difference or whatever it is, and you look back at a decision like that, I swear something's got to be done when a referee just makes it so obvious. I don't mind incompetence as such because I know that isn't actually biased. But when I watch that, I can't handle that, man.
Yeah, that statement, man.
It's the statement that makes it worse. There's no evidence to prove it was a meaningful handball. What on earth are you talking about? It's clear as day. The ball spins, he panics because he's misjudged it, and he slips his
we
arm
can't
into
even
the
see
ball.
Rodri's arm, fam. Right in this picture, we can't even see man's arm.
That's what I'm saying.
Literally.
It's a disgrace.
It's just gonna blow under the wind. Nothing will happen, and if they win the league by a point or two, they'll be fake champions. I don't care what anyone says. We move.
I'm telling you, man. If we win the league, it's the greatest ever Premier League comeback.
Well, if we win the league, I'm telling you, fam, we beat Man City and we beat the force of nature out there. I'm telling you, man.
It's mad. And it's already forgotten about. No one's talking about it anymore. That's how easy it is to just get away with it. 2 days later, and it's already just brushed under the carpet, and we move, innit?
Hey, I'll tell you one thing people do need to start talking about, how amazing this fucking channel is.
Hey,
yeah, man.
Thank you.
Big up, bro. Big up,
brother. Thank you, my bro.
Dean says, have we forgotten about these prospects, gents? Olmo, Aor, Mazraoui, Damsgaard, Sarr, and it's also time to talk about the young Musliowski.
Yo, careful with Olmo, bro. Careful. You know what I'm saying?
I still think Sarr's a little G still. I mean, he's not really young anymore. He's 24 now, isn't it? So it's like...
Mazraoui, his agent's Mino Raiola. So...
Yeah, we ain't getting Mazraoui. He wants to go Barca apparently as well. So
I swear, Barca.
Yeah. Look, whoever them lot decide to get, their record is very, very good for me. So whoever they decide to get, there's a reason in it.
Anthony, maybe.
saying I'm still screaming Pedro. Still screaming Pedro.
Hey, we signed Anthony. I'm having a parade on my own. If you want to join in, innit?
Super King says, evening, lads. Diaz has already won more trophies in a month than he would have ever won at Spurs.
That's not
true.
That's
Nito Nova says, Viva la Asa. That's the Eddie Guerrero theme song.
Yeah. Screw man, shit.
Says, worst VAR decision I've ever seen. Up there with the Sheffield United disallowed goal against Villa for me.
Yeah. That was scandalous. That disallowed. I cannot believe that. But this is right up there, isn't it? It's disgusting.
It is.
It's disgusting.
Boy. But people, we've had pretty much 1,000 for most of this show. Thank you so much for support. Rams, Stro, obviously Saint, Mons, Grizz. Have I missed anyone?
Saint, Mons, Grizz, Stro, Ram.
Yeah. That's everyone.
That's everybody.
That's everyone.
And big up you, man, as well for jumping in last minute as well, man. Still love.
Big up, no worries.
We'll make sure your channels get plugged, etc., and your social media handles and all that.
By the way, channel might be returning. I might be bringing back my channel again.
Send me the link. Send me the location.
I look, Monster lit the fire on the Rams, you know.
Yeah, man. I was like, let's do this, man. Let's do this.
But I told you need a medal for putting up with that, bro. That was half an hour of just absolute madness. When I heard Mons actually say 1 Premier League title as a Chelsea manager, and he has already got a better legacy than Klopp, I was like, look, I don't even know how much.
Don't worry about that. Man's been hiding from my WhatsApp ever since Sunday, so
yeah, man. Like my mum always said, never argue with fools, bro. Never argue with fools.
Yeah,
you can only educate
brain
them.
cells.
You can only educate them.
No, guys, we are. What's today? We will be back tomorrow at some point with a preview for the Norwich game. So make sure you check social media for that as well. We're going to chop up that game, see who may not be starting, who's still going to be drunk and hungover from the win on Sunday, and who won't be. So make sure you join us for that. Obviously, Wednesday, I don't think the game's televised on Wednesday, is it?
What is it? FA Cup, innit? FA Cup.
I'm not.
No.
I mean, a little bit mad that
it might be on
Man
the
City,
red button.
Man City games keep on being televised, innit? But Liverpool Norwich, which is actually a Premier League clash, isn't on TV. But
it might be either red button.
Is it FA Cup? What is it? Prem?
It's FA Cup.
FA Cup. Sorry, FA Cup. I don't want to Prem.
If it's on TV, you know we'll watch it, guys. And
if it's red button, ITV, as it says. If it's ITV, we're good to go.
Yeah, then we're in.
Yeah, we're
so
good
maybe
to
back
go.
on Wednesday as well. Thursday as always. Friday as always. And then Saturday back to a weekend football. Is it Sunday we got a game?
Yeah, no, Saturday. Norwich
5:30.
Norwich 5:30. Norwich? What am I saying? Sorry, West Ham 5:30.
West Ham.
I meant West Ham 5:30. Sorry.
Yeah,
We're cooking, people. Either way, you're going to be seeing a lot of us, people. So before you roll off here, make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you leave comments in the comment section below. Make sure you subscribe if you're new to the channel as well. We welcome everyone here. And we're winners here. We're on the road to quadruple. 1 down, 3 to go. The man like Matt would say, we move. And as I say, let's go. Let's go.
Hey, let's move, people. Trust.
Big up to everyone. Stro, Rams, you lot of legends. Until we see you next time, stay safe, stay blessed. We are Kop-Ish and we are out, people. Take care.
Peace.